Yep.
But they did say foul play, so I guess they got to keep it like that professionalism, I guess.
Yeah.
What was the other news station
Morris
that
and a
actually
friend
put that
had
out?
been lured by two women who then drugged them with GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate.
What's that?
I said, what was the other name of the news station that put the other thing out? Was it a more Spanish, Brazilian style like news outlet versus this brother that's putting out the news?
No, it was American type of news. So I had to fast forward it so that way, they won't get you with the copyright.
The copyright strike.
I go, yeah.
A powerful nervous system depressant in an attempt to rob them. His companion survived the attack. Leticia Claro Bento da Silva, 23 years old, was caught on surveillance camera leaving the apartment with a woman believed to be Da Silva, has not been identified and remains at large. Morris, from Minneapolis, was the founder of Blue Waters Consulting and Seoul Community Development Corporation and managed a $14 million portfolio of business. He had traveled to Brazil on business when he fell victim to a tourist drugging scheme allegedly carried out by Da Silva and an unidentified accomplice. The two women are believed to have drugged Morris with GHB, a powerful nervous system depressant, and
look at this neighborhood, man.
What the fuck is he doing in that neighborhood?
It looks sketchy.
Yeah. But somebody has money. First of all, the chicks. Second of all, the neighborhood.
Yeah. They said that's the neighborhood where I guess like Michael Jack does the stairs that everybody sits on. Lapa.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend in the early hours of the day of the incident. Reports suggested the group had drinks at a bar before heading to the rented apartment where Morris was later found dead. The entrepreneur, feeling unwell, left for another location. He later told cops he felt dizzy and disoriented. Morris and the two women arrived at the apartment around 20 minutes past midnight on August 8th. Surveillance camera footage showed that the two women exiting the building alone just 2 hours later. A doorman was found unconscious in the apartment later that morning. He was dead by the time authorities made it to the scene. Police say that after being drugged, Morris convulsed and foamed at the mouth. The Atlanta Black Star reported. Witnesses, accounts, and investigations pointed to Da Silva, who police report has a criminal record for similar offenses and was the suspect in several cases involving drug-induced. Rio de Janeiro has
Man, you look at her, bro. Look at her. You can tell she's from the streets, man.
I don't, they say she has a record. She has a record of doing it. So now she's got this is murder.
Yeah, this is insane.
Confirmed Morris's death.
Yeah.
And offered in a statement their sincerest condolences to the family. We offer our sincerest condolences to the family for their losses and stand ready to provide consular assistance, the consulate said. We are closely monitoring local authorities' investigations regarding the cause of death. Out of respect for the family during this difficult time, we have no further comment. Morris's life partner, Tamitha Richmond, paid tribute to the businessman, telling CBS News last week that to be a partner with Dwayne is really to share him with the world. She shared how their family had traveled to a variety of countries and were often very safe, keeping well aware of the things that are necessary as you become an international traveler. It doesn't make sense. Dwayne was in the country less than 24 hours. Dwayne had not even spent a night in Brazil, she said of his murder.
Has this only happened to a black man?
Has drugging and robbings only happened to black men?
No. I'm just saying what happened to him I'm saying what happened within the 24 hours.
Have men died?
I mean, he got there in
24 hours of being on the ground.
He died within 24 hours of being there, just getting into Brazil.
Bro, yeah, of course this has happened. You know, God, what's the other brother? He's a YouTuber. I don't see him on that much anymore. But he was drugged. He was scoped within 24 hours of getting to his hotel room. Oh God, what is his name? Oh, Tobias the Traveler.
Tobias the Traveler, yeah.
Oh yes, I had him on my show. Yeah, he did talk about that. I forgot about that.
But brother was scoped within 24 hours.
That's insane. Within 24 hours.
It's crazy on these streets, man. Depending on how fast you're trying to rush it. Yeah, but here's the thing. Why was he in such a rush to just meet up with some random ass chicks? Come on, man. You got to do a lot better job. You got money.
Yeah.
You got shit to lose. Yep. You know what I mean? You can't go out here taking these goddamn street chances.
That's why I say, man, I always tell guys, I'll tell anybody, even on this panel or any other panel, there's somebody back at home that depends on you. There's somebody back at home that wants you to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Your livelihood. Now, I don't know what his wife does, but now that's a detriment to her.
Yeah.
Now she's got to raise this child by herself.
Hopefully he had things in order too, based on the fact that he was the businessman. You know what I mean? Wills, trust, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, man, it makes you kind of think, like, is it even worth taking that risk and playing those type of games?
A lot of times it's not. Like I said, I used to take sand to the beach, man. I was not doing this shit. Going into a fucking country
is this really
without having my own piece with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to pick up no random chick.
I just think, like, if you're a businessman traveling like that, you would think more common sense would prevail, where you find a brothel. Like I said, find an establishment that
a high-end one at that. You're over a millionaire. You know what
Why
I mean?
are y'all complaining? Why are y'all complaining?
This
This is
What are you
what y'all
talking about
got.
complaining?
Oh, what's up?
This
Peso?
y'all are complaining. Y'all trying to Monday morning quarterback, which y'all have created. Y'all created this. Oh yeah, y'all created this. Now
Okay.
y'all got all these brothers. Y'all got all these brothers
You
going
don't
over
think
there.
this man, a millionaire, has traveled way before Passport Bros or anything else came out?
Meeting their demise. You got all these brothers over there going over there meeting their demise. When I was telling you guys, when I was telling everybody to pump your brakes, when I was telling everybody that women are the same all over the world. But no, y'all want to go over there and mess with them hawkers. Y'all want to go over there and mess with them hawkers. Now the brother sitting around in a condom pine box, getting shipped back to the US, courtesy of Brazil. Going over to Brazil for a cheap thrill. And he found out the real deal, that they don't play over there. It's dangerous traveling. It is dangerous traveling out here, being a single man by yourself. Out here traveling. These people, they waiting on you now. They waiting on you. It ain't nothing you can do. You are vulnerable when you go over to these other countries, messing with these hawkers, even messing with the regular girls. Even the regular girls will take you for a ride. They look at you as a opportunity. People are out here struggling. They looking for an opportunity. Now look at this man. This should be a cautionary tale for all these guys selling these passport bro dreams. It should be a cautionary tale. Oh yeah, Peso, do tell.
I mean, hey, you got a point. I mean, you did call it. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta give him credit where credit is due. He did call it.
you gotta give the devil credit where credit's due. You did call it. What's your take, Ron? You sound like you have an objective opinion. What's
I
going
don't have
on?
an objective opinion. I mean, this man's a millionaire. He should have been moving a lot better than he did. I don't blame anybody but himself for doing that stupid ass shit.
You guys ever notice it? It don't. When you said millionaire Ronas, the one thing just popped in my head. I was like, you know what? Who else has done this? But they do it in stupid places. You remember Robert Kraft right before the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Didn't he get a massage or something? And
Was he
it
in
came up.
Orlando?
It was
Or
like
somewhere like that?
some kind of random ass hot oil massage in some Asian fucking place.
Yeah, somewhere in the States,
Massachusetts or something like that.
Yeah, and Like this dude's got he could pay for the best of the best, but he goes to
Right.
like the lowest place on earth.
You
Being
can't
cheap.
regulate nobody's nuts, man.
You can't.
You can't regulate guys' nuts. Guys
Pause.
want what they want. Look at
That's
Jeff
true.
Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the richest man, one of the richest men in the world, and he walking around with that tramp. He got rid of his wife, the wife that actually was doing all kind of things to help him get to the place where he at now. He gave her over what did he give her? 2 or 3 billion. He gave her 2 or 3 billion so that he could go mess with a Flozy.
Oh man.
He gave up all that money to mess with a flu. You know how many hookers you can get? You can OD on hookers with hell. I could OD on hookers with 100,000.
Yeah.
I
Oh
go
man.
down there to deal with 100,000 cash, and it's all gonna be spent on some ass. Shoot, I end up ODing. They'll find me in a hotel room with about 400 empty condom wrappers.
Bruh.
With gin and juice all plastered all over the wall.
Damn.
Baby oil. When the detectives walk into the room, into the hotel room, they gonna be slipping all over baby oil. But yeah, Jeff Bezos, he gave up billions, not thousands, not millions, but billions of dollars so that he could mess with that little Flozy.
Yeah, it don't matter how much money you got in your pocket, I guess.
So Peso, who you think is next on the list to probably get got? You think a YouTuber might be next?
Oh, I think it's gonna be QB Willie.
Oh man. Oh man, not QB.
QB,
Not
you gonna take that? You gonna take that, QB? He said you right for a fall, brother.
oh man.
I
Why
think it's gonna be QB Willie. Oh, see, QB Willie. I think he gonna get it again, cause he too hard headed.
Oh man. So you think they
He
go
down there
with
messing with them cartel hookers down there in Mexico. When he
He said he's
should be
got a
staying his
girlfriend.
behind.
He said he got a steady. He's got a steady now.
Yeah, or
He
it could
ain't got
be
no
Flight
steady.
Madness too. It could
He
be.
still what you talking about steady? The man that y'all talking about right now, he had a whole wife and lost his life.
Facts. Oh
Facts.
shit.
Yeah, he
Hey,
dropped the mic on that one.
let me. Where's the fucking button?
Yeah, we gotta put it like
You dropped the mic on that one. You got to clip that up, Andrew.
Yeah, you're right. I can't deny that. He did.
He had a whole wife and lost his life.
And didn't think twice when he went down there to Brazil for a cheap thrill.
What did he say?
Went down to Brazil for a cheap thrill.
Even look at what happened to Flight Madness, man. He's over there in Kazakhstan or wherever.
Yeah.
Guys ran up on him like, "Yo, you better get up out of here, man."
Your fucking town, man.
Let me say this. Anybody can get got. Anybody.
Facts.
Anybody can get got. I can get got. You can get got. Anybody can get got.
Very true.
Because let me tell you something. You're most vulnerable. You're at your vulnerable when you're butt naked.
He ain't never
When
lying.
you're butt naked. Let me repeat that again. When you're butt naked, you're butt naked.
Yeah. Sounds very ruthless.
The
Yeah,
problem is, this is the problem. This is the problem. See, let me give y'all some advice. What you need, see, what these passport bros need, see, they need a smash chaperone.
Oh man, what type of chaperone they need?
No,
they
he's
need
right.
a smash chaperone.
He's right. Even in the military, we have buddy
You
systems.
don't
You
want to
didn't go
ever.
out by
You don't
yourself.
want
You
to
didn't go by
never
yourself.
you don't want to never ever be alone without your smash chaperone.
Yep.
You need a smash chaperone. That's what you need. See, you
But
guys
most of
out
these
here.
dudes want to move alone. They don't want to move in pairs. They don't know how to do that. They scary.
Yeah. You're right about that, Ronan.
That's what you
When
need. You need a
military
smash
wise,
chaperone.
when
Yeah.
we leave,
We had
if we
buddy
leave, we
systems.
all
Yeah.
leaving together.
Yeah. We
So
ain't
when it
leaving
comes
and
down,
not checking.
so
Yeah.
I guess when it comes down to the hoes, you should be bringing your bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Y'all all got the same hotel rooms within one door of each other. Motherfucking yeah, you don't leave the apartment or the hotel without the other dude. No.
That's true, especially when you dealing when you in
You knock
Colombia.
on doors, you check. Yeah, you checking,
Yeah.
you doing all that shit.
But look at this
Now
situation.
you don't even want to
This
know.
dude did come back with his bro. He came back with him, and this guy left him.
Yeah, that's not a good wingman right there. That's
Who
the whole
left
idea
who?
behind the
Wait,
wingman.
wait. Somebody left the black man you were talking about in Brazil?
Go back to the DC born Rob
No,
video. His boy is getting out
stop
the
it.
car with
Oh,
him.
wait. So
Hold
he had a wingman and the wingman left him.
Yes. And
Shut
Andrew,
the
if
fuck
you
up.
play it, you don't even have to play the audio, right? It shouldn't be any type of
Motherfucker.
copyright because DC born Rob is playing it.
I'll play right now.
Yeah. His man leaves
This is definitely
him
a
there.
situation where Dwayne was targeted. Richmond, who is in celebration of life in Morris, Minnesota, said the family was faced several challenges bringing his body home. He will later be buried in Jamaica, where he was born, on his family's land. The embassy and local authorities have informed us that this process may take some time. She wrote in a GoFundMe page created in his honor. She said the family will keep everyone updated in the situation. The crowdfunder, which aims to help the family with expenses during this difficult time, has already raised.
Oh shit, he a Jamaican too, man. God damn. Make my old people look bad. Shit.
Wait a minute. How do you travel? You're worth over $1 million and you can't get motherfucking travel insurance for repatriation of your fucking body.
Clot.
That's a cheap
Blood
motherfucker.
clot.
You know, actually, Ronan, that's a good show for you to have, man, because I don't think a lot of brothers even know about it or even talk about it or know the ins and outs of it, as in the terms and conditions of having a policy like that when you go out.
How they gonna have travel insurance? Nobody's not thinking about travel insurance when you're going over smashing hookers. You just
that's the problem.
No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is that they going over there smashing hookers. That's the problem.
That's an additional problem, but not going over there thinking that you can't be touched.
That's why they're over there.
As a person, I already know in the business.
There, they wouldn't need all this travel insurance and all this stuff if they weren't even over there.
I mean, you got the right to move around the planet, bro.
If that's the case, then you need to start talking about everybody, because I'm pretty sure 90% of the people, 95% of the people that travel, I don't care what they're traveling for, they don't have travel insurance. So let's just.
I would say you're about right. 95% is that's about accurate. I would say that's accurate.
Unless you own an insurance company.
I do represent insurance. That's for my business.
Well. Then I guess you can push it, because other than that, nobody. These guys over there they talking about hookers. That's all.
There's a brother that just had a stroke in Thailand, and he's stuck over there. You know. No insurance to get back.
Dudes in Philippines too. A lot of guys are stuck overseas because they just don't care about, taking precautions.
People travel
the biggest thing in even insurance, you do the most riskiest things when you're at peace or when you're in relaxation, when you're in vacation mode. You do shit you normally wouldn't do when you're at home. You put yourself at risk most of the time when you're on fucking vacation than you do when you're at your own goddamn house.
Maybe not. You don't know what they're doing. Maybe not.
People go parasailing when they at home.
How many people go parasailing?
Climbing when they at home.
How many,
You get what
how
I'm
many
saying?
people
They
go
put themselves in those situations because they're on vacation. They think that shit is fun. They ain't never did it in their fucking life.
How many people go parasailing? Period. you act like
A
everybody
lot
goes.
on vacation.
Everybody that goes on vacation parasail. If that was the case, the parasailing industry would be a super duper crazy industry.
After all the accidents, a lot of people stopped doing it. You don't see a lot of people parasailing anymore because a lot of them motherfucking parasails broke loose off the wires.
Okay, well then a whole bunch of people ain't parasailing then.
It was an example. It wasn't literal. It wasn't literal. It was just an example.
I'm just shocked at the fact that you got some of these travelers out here promoting so-called women when we know they lady boys, man. And
are you back at that again?
Come on,
I just can't get that shit out of my head.
You have a serious phobia, man. You have a serious phobia, bro.
That's a culture shock to me. You know what I'm saying?
You're still in it, though.
Hey, listen, it is what it is to their discretion, but it's just wild to me that people could easily be fooled in thinking like, okay, these are some real chicks, so I'm gonna follow this YouTuber. Like, I'm telling you, there's people that are watching other travelers do some crazy shit, and they want to follow them.
Andrew, whatever you do, man, don't do it.
Listen, I know what not to do.
Sounds like you're trying to talk yourself out of it, man.
Listen, that shit is a culture shock. I don't care. If you ain't really know too much about it, it's a culture shock to you. So I'm like, oh shit.
Man, they're everywhere, bro. They're everywhere. They're here in Vegas, man. I went out one night and I went to this it's like a club or something. This is several years back, man. These people they blend.
Man, they're in Orlando. What are you talking about? They're all over Orlando.
No, what I'm saying is you got guys that are misleading to men, and they're thinking that these are women, but they actually are lady boys.
You talking about on YouTube channels? You talking about Tom Young, LaChun, the other brother that's I think he's either in the Philippines or Thailand or whatever.
I'm not putting out no names really out there, but you know.
Well,
why not?
Hey, Andrew,
you're gonna call it what it is. You might as well put out the name. Put out the name.
Andrew,
yes,
once
sir.
you do this, I'm about to pop off, so follow me on Rumble if you guys want to hear me. But once you do this, Andrew, won't you just do a Ladyboy special? Do a Ladyboy special.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
He is not going to do that, Peso. He ain't going to do it.
Ladyboy special.
Don't do it.
And get it over.
Don't do it.
Over with, brother.
Hey,
don't do
just
it.
Get it over.
Andrew, if you think you have a phobia now, the minute you get in that algorithm, with a Ladyboy behind the damn name, you're going to be in the algorithm.
Yeah, as Travel Squad, if you do this, Travel Squad did the exact same thing, and he got, and it's done followed him for his whole career. He done removed the videos. CC done clipped them. Every time Travel Squad come up talking something, CC pulls up that clip about him talking about ladyboys in Thailand. So don't do it.
I wouldn't do it, period.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it, period. There's nothing for me to talk. There is nothing for me to talk about, brother. I don't live that lifestyle.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
God damn.
Quit bringing it up then. Quit bringing it up.
What I'm saying, the only reason why I brought it up is because it's a culture shock. You don't experience shit like that. But I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, but they're in Brazil, they're in Colombia, they're everywhere, bro. Everywhere you go.
No. I know they're everywhere. But what I'm saying is
even the DR, bro.
No,
they were in the DR too.
You're not listening, bro. I'm talking about YouTubers that know willingly. They know who they are.
How many are out there now? I mean, there's only 2 that I know of that's even discussed it. Is there some epidemic now that's going on that I don't know about?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna let shit play out.
Like,
I'm just gonna let it.
I would say our community, we don't see it, but and like I think Ronan mentioned, and maybe a few brothers, but mostly I think you'll see it in the Caucasian traveling community.
Listen,
especially
man,
European.
That shit started with them, and it could go straight into our community, man, because it's happened before. So we can't be acting like shit like that won't go down. The next step is
Well,
go
you
be,
sound like
hey,
you want to be the guard dog for it.
oh, hey, but I'm just saying the next step is go be, hey, I'm gonna take my animal home for the
I will
night.
stay in. I will stay down on the chats. I do not want to be associated with that and get in the
Me neither.
algorithm.
Me neither. Trust me, but it does go on, So
Yeah,
it's what
have
it
you
is.
guys? I'll ask you a question just to switch the topic up a little bit here. So,
Please.
have you noticed that if you did a search for like passport bros or anything like that, mostly white YouTubers come up? And I've seen on the news, like it'll pop in the news feed, it'll say something about passport bro, like
Mhm.
Wall Street Journal will say something about passport bros or some other source. And the one guy it always clicks like he pops up, and if he says passport bros, his face is like the face of passport bro. It's not BMT, it's nobody black, but it's like this little, I think this dude was with Austin Holloman out in Thailand. Digital Bro Man. Digital Bro Man is the dude that like he's like the face of Passport Bro.
Yeah, I
What?
know. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's like
He
a
is the
white guy.
face. Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
face
yeah.
of Passport Bro.
How did that happen?
I don't know how it happened, but if you there's a
Man, that
guy who
motherfucker's
does
Oh, that
gone.
motherfucker must have stole the SEO
Yeah.
code or something and just started maxing
He
out
took he
that
did.
title and stole it electronically. Yeah.
yeah, he's the face of Passport Bro. If you go to his channel and he's like, oh, Passport Bro, this, like, he is the face. It's not BMT or any of them. And matter of fact, I kind of think it's a good thing, because if you do search Passport Bro, that's that
Hey, I
it
don't own the
is.
name. I don't care
Yeah,
about the name. It's not my
yeah,
name anyway. So
I don't use it.
if somebody
Bro.
wants to hijack it, they can hijack it all they want.
yeah,
That's what they
I
want.
don't
They
own
yeah,
want.
no rights to it. So
Mm-mm.
yeah.
It
So I
ain't
was
my
like, wow,
brand.
yeah,
I mean, if they start associating the white boys, and maybe the brothers won't get get caught up so much. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
absolutely,
yeah, I
absolutely.
was thinking the
So
same
I
thing
don't know.
too.
I would look at it like a good thing.
That's what I said. And as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, there's a YouTuber, another dude. He's a big time YouTuber.
Let them take the blame.
His name is Anti-Profit. Have you ever heard of him?
No, where's these dudes and these names coming from,
So
bro?
Anti-Profit, he's in Bali. So Anti-Profit, he doesn't disclose that's kind of his catching theme when you see his channel, that he
Mm,
never shows his face. He wears a mask. But
mm.
Anti-Profit, if you look up Anti-Profit Passport Bros, he's got a short out there talking about how Passport Bros are getting deleted in Medellin. And only people he shows are white guys. He doesn't show any brothers. It's like Passport Bros are white guys. Anti-Profit Passport Bros. If you search that in YouTube, it'll come up as a short.
Man, you are a goddamn researcher. Every time you
No,
come up,
man.
you got some kind of link. Yo, I should do this.
Drew
Yeah.
is you know what Drew G is, man?
Yeah.
Drew G is exactly what his avatar is. This guy is an assassin, man. I'm
Yep.
telling you, you won't even see it coming. He's gonna come at you like he's crazy. He got that info.
Bro, I got some stuff I shared with Richie when he was here in town that he hasn't released yet. And when it comes out, I'll let you guys know. I was the one who gave him that information there.
Wow.
Oh, so you pulling that shit out the woods, out the
Yeah.
night air. You going straight ninja style. See, I'm about to fix up my avatar. I got to get in my Ronin mode.
Yeah. But yeah, the Passport Bros are not recognized as black men. They're recognized as white guys.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm tired of brothers taking the fall for a lot of shit.
Yeah, for the public eye, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want that
Absolutely.
type of
Let them take the lead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
even if they monetize it, it ain't on me. I don't give a fuck about it.
And you know what's so crazy is that you see these white girls that are making videos on YouTube talking about Passport Bros, but when they're talking about Passport Bros, it's dealing with white guys.
Exactly. Even the white girls are doing that. Remember the one where the white girl was like, I was walking to the airport here in Thailand, and all I saw was white guys along with Asian girls. There wasn't one white guy without an Asian girl. All these
I ain't
passport
gonna lie.
brothers.
There's a lot of Concord men that are dating a lot of Asian women. You know, I've seen a lot out here too in Orlando. Like, I'm like, what the hell?
But that's always been the case, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asian
Yeah, but
women prefer white men over anybody.
oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Straight up.
But I'm seeing it a lot. Like the men are like wifing up these chicks, man. Like it's like they're replacing the white women out here. Like
Yeah.
They've been slowly doing that since the Vietnam War, bro.
Mm-hmm.
that's
They've been
true.
slowly doing that since the
Damn,
Vietnam
that's
War.
crazy. And they didn't see this coming. That 2030 is gonna be a rush, man. I think you're gonna see a lot of white men with Asian chicks, man. Like it's
You
gonna
already
be
do.
I mean, it's gonna be flooded like crazy in this country because I'm starting to see that wave.
Bro,
that.
you gotta think, okay, so think about this. And most of your, even in your dating and adoption scenarios, when China was getting rid of all the girls and they had the system where they wanted more men, there were white people adopting those kids. So you got a Chinese or Asian girl who's now in her 20s. Who do you think she's going to date? A white man. She's looked at this other, you got even in Korean society, some of their girls have been given away. They come over here to America. They've been adopted in the white society. You rarely see a minority adopt an Asian or anybody like that, and then they adopt black society or black culture.
That's very true.
Man, I was at the courthouse today, and yeah, I have some issues with my property manager. She's being a witch. I'm just gonna say those words. Yeah. So basically, there's a treasury that you pay towards your rent, and the registry that was sent to the property manager, it wasn't adding up. She says I was missing money, and I'm like, what do you mean? She says I owe her $1,800. I said no. You need to check that because I have all my receipts, I have all my checks and everything. And I said this to her. Well, that's kind of funny because I'm here at the court office right now, and I have all my checks and all my receipts of everything that I paid, including my court fees. And she says, "Oh, yeah, that's paid, but we're gonna need for you to sign off so that way, we can receive the money from the courthouse." I think that she wanted to sign like an injunction or something. So I'm like,
I ain't signing shit in no goddamn courthouse.
Why the fuck am I gonna sign some shit if I've already made my payments and I've paid my fees and I have my receipts here? So what else are you trying to do? Like, she's trying to create problems, right?
She said, why is she at the courthouse in the first place calling you?
No. This happened at home, but I went to the courthouse to try to figure out the issue. What's going on here?
Yeah, number one, she's black. She's a damn
black
Karen. She's a black Karen.
She's a
She's a hater.
Yeah, she's a black woman. Heavy set black
one right here. Here, listen to this.
He's motherfucking peanut butter and jealous. These fuckers hate us because they ain't us.
There you go.
So yeah, it was a BBW, a woman that was in a place of authority, and I seem to not really gel too well with black women in a place. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I really don't, but it's always the BBWs that are black women that tend to always have the nastiest attitude. They're mad at the world if they have a place of authority. They feel like they need to flex their muscle around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting one of those. So anyways, I went ahead and sought out the situation. And I said, well, that's funny because I'm at the courthouse and I spoke to the registrator about my payments. So everything was paid on time. So I don't owe you anything. Then she doesn't even give me an apology. She writes back and says, oh, well, yeah, we just need to get that release from you because we need that money. Well, it's the judge has that money. You got to talk to the judge. I made my payments. I got nothing to do with this. I'm the tenant. So why are you coming up to me asking me for money that I paid the judge for? Exactly. The judge has to release those funds. Oh, well, we can't accept your monthly payment for September coming up unless we get that
she
paid.
Wants you to go in arrears. That's what she wants to fucking try to get you to do.
Now,
if you
listen,
don't pay her without giving her the other money, then you'll have to go over here because she's going to refuse your checks. You can't legally refuse your check.
from this time being, I'm out of the system, right? There's mold that's growing in one of the bathrooms. I made reports already. Okay, they've never done. Now they started doing it, right? Because it got severe. My fence is.
I got lung problems. I'm getting headaches. Yeah, I'm suing. Black mold? No, you don't play with that.
She's telling me, well, how comes you didn't report this before? I've been reported this. There was a busted pipe above from the neighbors, and this is what happened. This is why the ceiling got cracked. Maintenance came in there, they plastered it, they did something to it. He says, well, if it starts to leak, let me know again. It should be fine. Started leaking again the next day. I say, hey, man, this got to be fixed. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it. I have to fix the pipes from up above. I said, okay.
Well, then fucking fix them.
Exactly. They went ahead. I guess they fixed them, but they never came back down and
do the repair work on your ceiling.
Yep. Nope. And I put in work orders already, and nobody did anything.
As long as you can show the work orders, man, then you got a case.
I have all. Yeah. Now I have to go. Listen, this is a hellhole. This place that I live in is a hellhole. I can't wait for my lease to be up and get out of this nightmare.
I heard that.
This is a complete nightmare. They have so many bad reviews. So many bad reviews from tenants. Like, this is insane. And I'm giving them money orders every time of the month when I'm, have to pay my rent. And they lost my money order talking about, oh, we didn't get August payment. I said,
you got your money order stamp?
I said, you, the devil's a lie.
He said, I invoke the Lord on his ass.
That's $1,800. I work my ass off to pay you, motherfucker.
He said, I invoke the Lord on your ass at this point. Yeah.
I don't play when it comes down to my money, man. Like I get listen, I told her straight up. I said, listen, I went straight into the office and I said, oh, so y'all don't got my money order? No, we don't see we didn't get any payments. So I said, okay. It's either three things that happened. Number one, that money order that I sent either walked up and got away from that desk. Number two, somebody stole that shit. Or number three, y'all are some incompetent motherfuckers.
Andrew, let me ask you, where do you get your money orders from?
Jesus.
I go to Amscott.
I just got a recommendation for you. Get your money orders from going forward from the USPS, United States Postal Service. They give you there's a slip that you can detach from it. It's part of the federal government, so it's easily trackable. So it's got the same numbers and everything. That's just my recommendation for you. I would from now on get money orders from the United States Postal Service.
Okay.
It's a lost service that I think many people forget that they even exist.
Yeah.
But it's federal, so they have a method of tracking it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to throw in this real quick, and I don't mean to go too crazy with my stories, but I'll just keep it really briefly here. I got $7,000 wiped out of one of my accounts, right? Completely wiped out, right? And this is what caused this whole situation within my whole rent situation. So $7,000 was knocked out of my accounts. I was over. Only because I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you, I got a business, so I'm looking for some sort of grants, right, for my business. So I can get it off the ground and get it started. So I got in tune with this black woman that was supposed to give me some funds, right? Now, I got this from
another sister trying to rip off a brother.
I got this from my homeboy. My homeboy was one of my dudes, and he told me, like, hey, man, I did this. She got me back this, blah, 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 blah. So if you're hearing that from a reliable source, of course you got to go ahead and, go about getting the money. I'm a dumbass. I'm going to tell you why I'm dumb, okay? Because I can admit to my faults. As soon as she started asking for bank accounts and routing numbers, man, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I felt a little suspicious about it, but since my boy told me he got some funds from her and there's some more funds coming, I was like, all right, I agree with it. So she said, I asked her some questions about her business and how she does the grants and all that. And she said she works with the IRS, such and such and such. Boom, 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 boom. So I was still curious about this woman because I'm like, well, what type of fundings can you really do that could just get me so much money like that? Like, doesn't it take time? So she was ready to give me, she got me the funds within 24 hours. So I didn't really think much of it, right? Because once again, I got a system that I trust, which is my buddy, because he said he received some funds from her. So here we go. What she was doing basically is a scam pyramid that they do with first-time business owners or people who just need loans or some sort of credit. She works a spam pyramid with a group of people. How I know about this? Because I press charges. She works with
kind of like a Ponzi scheme.
Yes, it's an organization that works on Facebook to get people into doing things.
Yeah. They reroute money through a whole bunch of different accounts, and the people that they have access to their accounts get stuck holding the bag, and the money gets free and cleared through other accounts to where their people get the money, the legitimate money, and everybody else gets done holding the bag.
Yeah.
So it's a pyramid scheme that they do. So how I found out I got scammed was I got my boy into it, right? Because I got some money back from the girl. I got back she flipped it and gave me like 12 or 13,000, and she said, "Oh, more money's gonna come into your account. You're gonna get about 25,000 next week." So I said, "All right, cool."
You could have locked that shit down and froze assets. They would have been fucking bitching because they were moving money through your account.
Right, but check this out. I wasn't aware what was going on because, like I said, I was trusting my buddy system. So, but I did have a suspicion, because I don't normally do that. I don't like giving out my personal information like that without me asking questions or give out my bank account and all that. I felt really skeptical about doing it, but I did it because I trusted my boy because he said he did it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take his word for it. So, within that day or 2 days, I want to say, I got a call from one of my homies because I put him on it. He was like, "Yo, Drew." I said, "What?" "Check your bank account, man." I said, "What?" "Yo, that bitch emptied out my account. She swiped my account." I said, "What you talking about?" So he showed me his bank account. It's like negative $2,345. I said, "God damn." So I look my bank account. My shit says negative $8,000 and some change. Because I was over my 7,000 that she took out, but she was able to get an extra 1,000 and some change because the banks, they charge you extra for and all that other late extra fees and all that other stuff because you're at a negative balance. So this has been a nightmare for me, man. Ever since that, my rent money that was paid for December was reversed into my account. What she did is she reverses your payments that you paid or any type of bill, and she calls the bank and she asks for a reverse charge or whatever by using your information. So everything that you paid out comes right back to your bank account. So it makes it seems that you're making more money, but really and truly it's your own money that you spent previously. Okay.
Or you thought you spent.
This is the game. This is the scheming game that they play. So I got caught in this shit. So so from there on out, so I called the bank and I spoke to the bank management, the branch management of Chase. So I'm sitting down, I'm in the office with them, and I said, "Listen, I'm a victim of identity theft, and I was doing this and doing that, and this person got into my account and stole my money." So I told them what happened. They said, "Hey, we can't really do much for you. You got to file a police report first." I said, "File a police report." Got that done. They went ahead and reversed back the charges. As soon as I said it was an overdraft and all that, they reversed it anyways. But I still needed to have a legitimate, police report and all that other stuff. So
that way, that's their checks and balances. Go ahead.
Right. So they give me that line of credit back into my account. So my bank went ahead and paid my property manager that same amount of money that was taken out of my account. Here's where the problem lies. Okay. The money that they paid for my rent went to the merchant's account of the property manager that I stayed for. They can't seem to find that check that Chase already paid them. I went ahead and paid another amount of close to $2,000 because I had to cover for that money that was lost on their behalf because it's in their merchant account and they can't find it. So this is why I went to court, because that extra money, I went to court and I ended up spending more money than what I was supposed to. Why? Because I was misled also by the system over here. Now,
Andrew,
I've never been.
Can I interrupt you and just ask you one question?
Sure.
So whenever you sent that, or that money went to that merchant account, the account they can't find it in, did that go over in the form of a check, or how did it go over there?
Okay, so it went into a form of a check, which Chase Branch Management. I have a transaction number.
Wire transfer?
It was a wire transfer to their merchant account. So it's in their merchant account.
So it's
they
have
but they can't find it.
But they can't find it for some reason.
I would tell Chase to cancel that.
Right. But guess what? Chase canceled it, and we tried to reverse the charges to see if we can extract that money to come back. But they couldn't get their money back. They already took it out.
Sounds funny.
Exactly.
So then they lied and said they didn't get it, but they really did.
They said they didn't get it, but I have proof of a transaction number.
Plus, you have a bank statement that says.
Plus, I have a bank statement from the bank manager. Yes, but here's where I fucked up and I lost the case. Okay, I fucked up because I went to a lawyer, right? And when I spoke to this lawyer, this is like a world of problems, man. I'm telling you. From the bank being negative to this, all this other bullshit. So anyway,
ran into a shiesty ass lawyer too.
Yeah.
Damn,
man.
But this is just a story of a black man, man. I'm telling you, it happens, bro. They don't want to help you. So I say this to this guy. I said, listen, I'm a victim of identity theft, and this is what happened. Now, the bank has paid the place of residence that I'm at. It's in their merchant account. I have proof that I made this payment, and I have a transaction number, but they're saying they didn't receive it. How can I fight this? Because now they're trying to take me to court, saying I didn't pay them December's payment when there's two payments that was paid. One was because they're saying I'm behind a payment because I refuse to keep up with it, because that extra, man, it's hard to come up with $1,800 a freaking month sometimes, man. You got to work your ass off to get that shit. But anyways, I paid it twice in 1 month. They can't find one of the payments. But I have the transaction number stating that they have the payment.
The apartment can't find it, but your bank
apartment, right. The
apartment
can't find it. Whoever's in the accountant, because it goes deeper, because sometimes it goes to corporate and the accountants have the money in their merchants accounts or whatever. So anyways,
that sounds like an apartment problem. That doesn't sound like your bank or your problem.
No,
they exactly need to get their records straight.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I didn't have anybody to represent me, because I was told from a lawyer saying, hey, you don't need to be giving me $5,000 to represent you. You could win this case easily by yourself because you have proof. So I'm thinking, okay, I could probably win this case because I have proof. Let me tell you something, man. Tell you something that's really shady. I was making my payments to the court office, right, every single month instead of paying the property manager, right, until my case was ready and I was ready to represent myself. So there was a time that I had a court case. It was sometime in May, and I never received any documents stating when I have to go to court. Now, those documents are supposed to come in through the mail. Now, some of our mail sometimes goes to the property manager and whoever's inside, especially those type of confidential federal mails, they have to send it to us. So she never gave me the copies to go to court. I found out I had a court date when I was making my payments to the courts. And I asked them a question. Hey, man, I haven't got a call in such a long time or any mail. am I due to go to court anytime soon? She says, yeah, you have a virtual court hearing in 2 days. I said, well, what the fuck? I never received anything. So it's really fishy. Like, she has all the federal mail, but yet still, I never got a copy of it when she was supposed to send it to my residence.
Why aren't they sending it to you directly?
Because those are considered like classified and shit when it comes out of court.
Involved in the case, so it's not classified for you. It's part of the case for you.
Right, but I don't know, man. Their law systems are all different, bro, down here.
Bro, I will just tell you, and just going forward. I mean, hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
My statement to you will be this: any type you're dealing with moving large sums of money or relatively large sums of money, there's nothing that happens quick. And to me, that was a red flag when you said, oh yeah, she got the money like really fast for me. I know anything dealing with federal government grant wise, that takes forever. That is not an overnight process. That is not a week process. That's more like a 6 month to a year.
Yeah, because it goes to a review board, and there's other people applying for the same fucking grant.
Yeah,
they only have a certain amount of money that's going to be divided out by however many people they're going to award the grant to, based on the monies that are required. So it's a process.
Yeah, that is a process.
But I dealt with government contracting, so I know a lot of people that don't deal with government contracting, never been in that situation, would think it would be something that flows a little bit faster, but it doesn't.
No, yeah.
JM says, no offense, Andrew, but you should be a home owner by now. How you expect to have a woman when you don't even own a house, sir, respectfully. But why would you need, what does that have to do with anything? Why do you have to own a home in order for you to have a woman?
I don't know.
I mean, I have to have a home in order for me to own a woman or have a woman? I've seen plenty of women.
I don't know if you just 40 and slipped it. You owned a woman. I didn't know if you 40 and
what did you say? I don't know, bro. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, but yeah,
I have to be a homeowner to. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, but hindsight 20/20. Like I said, man, nothing is easy. Nothing comes overnight.
Yeah.
And actually, that's one of the lessons I always teach my daughter is that, nothing's for free.
Yes.
And it happens like kids can be smart asses. Like, hey, Dad, we're here at Home Depot and these little paint samples are free. I was like, yeah, but I'm talking about real stuff. That nothing's for free.
Drew and Andrew, you remember during the pandemic, everybody had the pandemic money. Everybody had the PPP loans. Remember they started bringing back sewing circles?
Mm-hmm.
Guys would get in these groups and they would all invest like $1,000 in these fucking sewing circles.
Yeah.
So that every once in a while, somebody would get paid out of these sewing circles and they would get this large lump sum of money. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, the sewing circles would fall apart depending on who was on a certain level. They got their money, but nobody else underneath them, a pyramid, got the original money they invested in the sewing circle.
Yep.
It crumbles after a while. So, but when people have the kind of money and disposable income is when they're really susceptible to ideals of trying to rapidly grow their money. And that's how they fall into these situations where they think, let me get in this sewing circle and see if I can double or triple my money.
Yeah.
Let me just read this real quick. JM says, an apartment is not a place to raise a family, sir. You goofy ass. Did I ever say that? When have I ever said that? Did I say I'm gonna move a family into an apartment and raise them? Goofy ass boy.
Oh my God.
Look,
hey, JM, he owns a business, bro. You can either go straight to having a house and no business and you're working for somebody, or you can work for yourself, build up your resources, and then go and buy a home. There's two different ways and two different methods, but you're still going to get to the same place at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm working on my business. I ain't got a family, so I'm good.
There's, to be honest with you, there's a lot of families that are live in apartments. So that's nothing to look down upon someone that
right now. House ownership is very expensive right now.
Yeah, it's very expensive. There's a lot
housing market is upside down. If you guys don't remember, during the pandemic, people were paying $100,000, $200,000 over asking Now, don't you think those loans are upside down? Because they overfinanced houses now that have lost the fucking value to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people get in themselves in certain situations where now they're stuck in a house and they're house poor.
Yep. There's a
Just
lot of
because
people
you have a house don't mean it's a comfortable living because you're in a house. You can turn around and own a house and be house poor based on the interest rate, inflation, what your interest rate was, whether you had a fixed rate mortgage or a variable rate mortgage, and then something happened to the economy to where your nice, comfortable $800 mortgage just turned into a fucking $2,000 mortgage. People are getting stuck like that too. Just a home doesn't mean that you're safe because you still don't own a home. You still got a 20 to 50 year loan on that, depending on how you finance that shit.
And people fail to understand, right? If I ain't got a family, even if I had a family and I was in an apartment, right? I'm still saving money.
Yeah. But
I'm still saving money.
I don't know. Like, I look at the comment and I don't know the fellow or whatnot, but there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of Americans that live in apartments that raise families that go to school, kids that go to school, they do their homework, they got somewhere to live, they got a roof over their head, they got a house shower, they got meals. So some, in my opinion, some of the statement is a little bit ignorant, but I like to see where he's coming from if you want to pull up on the panel. But yeah, it's more like,
man, bring that smoke, man.
No judgment. I mean, it's a real conversation. I mean, no judgment. It's a real conversation. He's sharing something with going on in his life. I mean, it's not for anybody to judge the fact that he's sharing it. I mean, maybe somebody can learn from it at the same time, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It is.
But I just didn't think there was an issue with someone staying in an apartment, you know, if they're trying to have other things that they're doing with their money, such as working on their business.
There really
seeing something better. Somebody, you got to start somewhere, my man. Even if you're in a trailer.
Yep.
So, what it is, bro.
Yeah, there really isn't, man. But I will tell you this too. I remember an old man told me this a long time ago. He said, "People approach you with ideas because they want you to assume some of the risk, especially when it comes to business." So always keep that in your head. Is that if somebody's approaching you with some type of bright idea or something like that, especially business related, and it requires you to kick out any type of funds, they're wanting you to assume risk, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then sometimes you assume risk thinking you can take it, but I would tell you, don't invest anything you can't afford to lose.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's the same thing with gambling. Don't gamble anything you can't afford to lose. Don't loan money that you can't afford to lose to people so that you're sitting there sweating them for the money while they're sitting there doing something else with what you assumed is your money. You get what I'm saying? They're sitting there living uncomfortable on a vacation, but they still owe you $3 to $4 grand. And they're saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to the Sasua for the next week or two. Yeah. The fuck? Where's my money first? Yeah. Before you go to the Sasua, where the fuck is my 3 to 4 grand?
Yeah. But you know, Ron, these dudes out here that's spending all this money on all these trips. I'm out here, I'm hustling, I'm putting money away, I'm making investments. But yeah, I'm staying in an apartment and I can't afford a house at this moment. Cool. But y'all don't have no idea what I'm planning and what I'm building on the side. Like, and I just laugh at that. And that's what's wrong with an apartment too, by the way. I thought an apartment was straight. I mean, you pay your bills, you got somewhere to stay. I'm not on the streets. So
exactly.
You know, I pay my rent. I'm working on the side. Just building.
The biggest thing about building is sometimes you got to take 2 steps back in order to make a giant leap forward.
Exactly.
Because you're consolidating your expenses for a small period of time while you're making leaps in your own personal business, or you're migrating by re-educating yourself, getting certification so you can make that next great leap. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you do have to take a step or 2 back, consolidate in order to take that next giant leap forward. You don't know where he is in his stage of life and what he's conforming himself to be. He's building his resources and his assets because he's getting to the age where he needs to retire. You know, men greatly increase their income between their 40s and actually late 50s.
Yep.
Yo,
Ron, highest earning potential is in these years.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. See, they expect me to.
He went center channel with this shit.
They want me to be with the yachts. That's what they expected. They expected me with the BMWs and the Ferraris and the Mercedes and all that shit, man. That's what you're supposed to be living like, Drew. You got a business. You're supposed to be balling. Splurge your money. Nah, man.
He said this is real life. This ain't no fucking TV show, huh?
Yeah.
Nope. This is real life. If I get that money, I gotta still act like I'm poor.
That's what a lot of brothers don't understand. You know, when you work for commission and you work for yourself, you got to understand you got to plan for rainy motherfucking days.
Yep.
Just because you have it don't mean you need to fucking spend it.
Yep.
And these people with their PPP loans that they've gotten, some of them gotten away with it without even having an EIN number or a place of business. And they were able to capitalize on that. But guess what they did? Guess what they did with all the hundreds of thousands of dollars that they had?
You blew it.
Blew that shit off. There was one chick that ended up getting what? Down here in Florida. This chick ended up getting $4 million back from the IRS.
Wow.
And she didn't even have a business. And guess what race and gender she was?
White?
Nope.
Don't tell me. She's a sister. Working the system.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? The scammers came out during the pandemic. I have to say that. The scammers definitely came out for the pandemic.
You know what? The scammers definitely came out, but I could never figure. And I guess it's because my mindset is like, for 20 years, I know what our federal government can do to you, and especially as you're enlisted or whatever, they're going to get that money back regardless. You're going to get your wages garnished. They're going to get their money back. Do not play with the federal government.
You cannot
come back and get that money.
If you got a place of business and y'all acting like y'all got EIN numbers and you claiming tax returns and shit, that's a federal offense, man. Y'all going to jail. And that's what happened.
Going to jail. They're going to garnish wages to the point where you think that you may have a Social Security, and you look at your wages being garnished in the future. So these are all the things you got to think about. Do not play with the federal government at all.
By the way, real quick, not to distract from where we're at right now in the conversation, where was this guy taking? Was he in Rio? Because Mercy Justice was just asking what part of Brazil.
I'm not sure. Lapa.
He was Lapa. Okay.
It is in Rio. That is the
Lapa was like the area.
Yeah, that's the
Lapa area.
Snoop Dogg.
Video. Are you working on it? Is that your new Is that your new thing? Are you doing it?
I did a little intro, like I did it. I did like some sort of Grand Theft Auto Brazil.
The Andrew Show.
I like that. That's good, man. You in the lab like me. I'm messing around with AI. You in the lab redoing your shit, man. That's good. I like that.
Man, I have to update a little bit. You know what I mean? But damn, ain't that something though, man? Like with that money too. I forgot to tell you too, with the chick in Florida, man. With the $4 million that she got back from that tax return, you know how she got caught?
How did she get $4 million? What kind of assets does she have for a $4 million IRS return? I swear to God, that's an instant red flag for any IRS agent to see somebody getting a $4 million check back.
You know how she got away with doing that? Shit. I'm gonna tell you, there's scammers out here in Florida like crazy.
Y'all better run. Y'all better go.
This is what she did.
Extradition country, something.
She was working with an organized group over here in Florida. That's why they got that Grand Theft Auto shit coming down here to Florida, man. This shit crazy, man. Hey, man, like I said, hey, listen, when I play.
Damn.
No, it's no joke, man. Like, man, this chick, bro.
The GTS Miami coming soon.
She literally, ended up working with a team group that was stealing doctors and lawyers and attorneys' business tax returns. So somehow she got a hold of the EIN numbers, and she just started just claiming back taxes and shit, running that shit like an ATM, running that shit. So this is how she got caught. It wasn't even her extracting the money from a lot of these clients, but how she got caught, she was posting pictures in the nightclub with bricks of cash.
Why everybody got to be so flashy, man? Why they think they in a music video and shit?
Yeah.
She was out there with bricks of cash on the table, drunk as hell.
Yeah.
So Mercy says it's really dangerous in Lapa, and that there's it's full of drug users in that area. Again, calls the question why a millionaire, a multimillionaire, is hanging out in that kind of area.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? I don't even move like that, and I'm nowhere close to a millionaire. I'm fucking bougie as shit. I swear to God, you ain't gonna catch me in no fucking hood, no area like that. I don't know fucking vacation.
A person that has $1 million or even a $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those type of men, because I've been across a lot of those men that I've talked to.
Deal with them. They're my clients. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who
I deal with them too. I may not be in that class just of yet, but I do plan on getting there. But those men that are in those classes, they don't dress like you would see these people who get caught with these PPP loans and doing all kinds of great wages.
They're low-key dressers, but at the same time,
these guys have millions of dollars in their bank accounts, and I haven't even seen it, right? But you would think they don't even dress like a person that makes millions of dollars.
No,
they're
they
just
don't wear
regular t-shirt.
Let me tell you this.
Shirt. Yeah.
Ronnie can attest to this because in Hawaii, most of your millionaires look like bums, bro. They look like straight bums. They don't have a flashy car. They don't have. They got the beard this long, shaggy beard. But a lot of them are paid, dude. And especially there. Yeah.
I don't buy brand new cars. I used to sell cars too. I buy cars that I know I can work on.
That's it.
I buy cars that I fix up. I don't buy brand new cars because I know the minute you drive off the lot, they depreciate. I used to run the numbers on those fucking cars.
You know, when I was a kid growing up, man, that was kind of a thing. My mom would, she would take me to like these neighborhoods that were like really well-to-do, golf course type neighborhoods, anything that we could get into, you know, just was dreaming.
Right.
We were dreaming, and every scenario, nobody had a nice car in their parking lot. They had maybe like simple cars, Camrys, basic stuff, but it wasn't like BMWs or anything like that. But if you go to an apartment complex,
they got cars worth more than the goddamn complex.
Right.
They could have bought a house with that car money.
Yep.
I think what it is also an educational factor of learning of what to do and what not to do with your money. Because even when I went through school, we didn't really have the financial classes that will kind of prep us into learning what to do with our money as we get older. And I think this has just been a domino effect that even when I took home economics, I learned basic stuff like how to cook and iron my shirt and stuff like that. But they don't really have any solid financial classes that can really get people understanding the value of how to treat their money, how to treat a credit card, how to treat a loan. Because when I was a kid and I got my first credit card, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I went ransacked through that bitch. I fucking maxed that bitch out.
Yeah.
I went crazy. I went crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of credit card companies do. They get the younger kids to go ahead and establish a credit card, and they know they're going to be immature about having that kind of money, and they'll go ahead and blow and put themselves in debt to the credit card companies.
Yep.
And at those high interest rates, the first thing I look at is an interest rate offering.
Absolutely.
I don't even look at how much money they say, oh, you qualify for this amount. What's the fucking interest rate?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
That happened to me, and I just said, I was in debt for a while, climbed myself out of it. But if I knew the stuff that I knew now back then, I would fucking be a beast.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at the stuff that I'm so educated to right now, man. These younger kids that's out right now with the Gen Zs that have this type of technology, they're taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of the market for the most part. So I can't fault them for doing that, for making that money without having to do the things that I had to do growing up and trying to hustle, So
Right.
I mean, if they can get it any means necessary that's easy for them and their generation, then by all means go ahead and do so. I'm not hating, but I just wish I knew the knowledge back then when I was a whole lot younger, because I would be a different person right now, bro. But once
believe
again,
me, I learned this through the businesses that I've been in with finance. I'm a fiduciary, through insurance and investments and things like that. So I didn't know this at first. I mean, I wish I would have had a parent or somebody that would have told me what I know now as an experienced, fiduciary. I deal with millionaire clients in retirement and financial planning, thing like that, trust, wills, I do all that. So, by the way, we have an open panel. Mercy, Justice, it seems like you trying to keep us on topic. You're more than welcome to come up. He said they're in Copacabana is where the guy died at. In the article, he said. I'm not quite sure. I've never been to Brazil.
Yeah, maybe they met the girls in Lapa. I don't know. But yeah, it's funny because I know Keith in the Streets is down there right now, and him and Steve just kind of had it on Razors. I think they're on there live right now.
What you mean they just had somebody else? Yeah, Razor's talking about somebody got robbed or whatever's going on.
But yeah,
not
Steve,
the same situation. It's a whole nother one.
Yeah, well, somebody tried to run up on.
What's going on with Brazil? Is the economy?
I don't know. People's getting robbed. Man,
Brazil's starting to sound as bad as fucking Colombia.
This kid tried to rob or snatched one of those guys' chains. So that's where that came from. That a chain was about to be snatched. It wasn't Keys.
Okay.
But it's
Bro, Mercy, welcome to the panel, my brother. Did you have some more information on what we talking about? Because it sounds like you kind of read the article and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say Copacabana is a touristy area. That's where all the foreigners go. So, that's the touristy area. So if he was a millionaire, like he got bread like that, I mean, that's where all the rich folk hang out at, Copacabana. Okay. So, but that makes sense.
So you said the Lapa area doesn't make sense, though. You know what I mean? So
that's why I was wondering. You said he was a millionaire.
Yeah.
So I was like, the rich folk don't hang out in Lapa, bro.
Exactly. So we're like, yo, what's going on with your spidey senses that you take risk like that, knowing that you have so much to lose?
Yeah. But Copacabana, the thing about Copacabana, it's a lot of foreigners in that area. So you become an easy target because it's like a lot of foreigners, So I really don't, I hang out a little bit at Copacabana. I really don't hang out at Copacabana like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of tourists. So
Black Man's Travel. Come on up, bro. Links pinned to the top.
Yeah, the link is up above if you want to get on. Yeah, it's up there.
But go ahead. Sorry about that, Mercy.
Yeah, to me, it's like I can see how that can happen. Because, a lot of tourists, they say he died in his apartment. Then it said he just flew in the day before. So it sounded like, he just flew in and he just get there. He already got a girl in this apartment. He probably didn't vet her right. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of dudes, they'll be vetting these women, man.
That's true.
You
had that news report from our boy that does the.
Oh yeah. Let me play that real quick. Yeah.
Run that back so everybody can get a full. DC Born Rock. Yeah, run that back real quick.
I'm gonna continue playing it.
In the country less than 24 hours, Dwayne had not even spent the night in Brazil. She said of his murder. This is definitely a situation where Dwayne was
Fair
targeted.
use.
Richmond, who is organizing Celebration for Life for Morris in Minnesota, said the family was faced several challenges bringing his body home. He will later be buried in Jamaica, where he was born, on his family's land. The embassy and local authorities have informed us that this process may take some time, she wrote in a GoFundMe page created in his honor. She said the family will keep everyone updated in the situation. The crowdfunder, which aims to help the family with expenses during this difficult time, has already raised more than $30,000. Good Night Cinderella is a contemporary Brazilian slang for rohypnol, GHB, or any other drug that incapacitates another person, rendering them vulnerable to assault or robbery.
Shit.
GHB can also cause amnesia, meaning that when people recover from the drug effects, they may not remember what happened. So our condolences go out to the family of Dwayne and his partner who was drugged but made it out. So prayers for that. This is just coming too close. It is
That's crazy. 2 guys.
coming so close that my researcher reached out to me a week or so ago and told me that it has happened in Houston. This time it was a guy that got drugged.
In Houston. This is all happening in Houston now.
Man, stop that. I'm in Houston. I ain't heard that yet.
Oh, Ron.
I don't go out like that, so you ain't gonna catch me slipping. So, but
you got
heard
to be
about
prepared,
it.
man.
Rohypnol. See, now you got scopolamine in Colombia, and you got rohypnol
God damn.
in Colombia. I mean,
Not
in Brazil.
Houston. Has it gotten this bad? Like, it's gotten this crazy?
But guys, we've always had people getting roofied here in America.
Yeah, but
That's true.
not this bad.
We've always had that. We've always had that. So
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
That's true enough. 80s? Since the 80s?
Yeah, people have been roofied.
People get roofied.
You know, I had a girl that I went to a club with one time, and she said she wanted to be roofied.
She said she wanted to be?
She said she wanted to be, and I left her. I
What's
left her. I
wrong
left
with
her
these
right there,
girls,
bro.
man?
That
I
was a
left her
trap.
right there. I left her right there. Yeah, I sensed that shit. And I was walking to the club. She said, I'm gonna get some drinks and I want to get roofied. So I'm like, and the way she said it was very demonic too. I was like, it's just a vibe you feel, bro. I go by instincts, right? If something's telling me like I gotta get the fuck out, I'm gonna go.
Some shit she's done before and they turned her on. Like that's now her thing.
I don't know, but I wasn't trying to find out, man.
Bruh.
Hey, Andrew,
No.
can you see in the back chat the place that he stayed at was called Rua? I don't know how to speak Portuguese, but I know Rua Burros de Carvalho.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys, Brazil guys, know where that street is. I know Rua means street.
Airbnb. Okay.
I mean, the point is, he just flew in and he got a broad already at his apartment, bro. I don't do that. I stayed in Brazil for 30 days this summer, man. I never invited one chick back to my spot. I mean, there's so many places in Brazil you can go to without inviting a chick back to your spot, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you did less than 24 hours.
We've seen this multiple times, brother. These brothers, that's what they do, man. When they get boots on the ground, they know. And I don't know his situation, but I'm sure he was just there for a short time. He knows, hey, I've got to get it in on the within 24 hours. I don't have much time on the ground.
Yeah, but to what Black Man Travel just said, there are brothels to entertain you.
Yes.
And as a millionaire, you would think, yo, I'm just going to go a high-end brothel, do what I need to do, come out and enjoy the rest of my fucking day.
Yeah, because this guy had money. He had money. It's not like he didn't have money.
Why are you doing this? Why are you being so cheap? And you had your boy, your wingman was weak.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Beautiful bottom feeders, man. That's what Andre said. Beautiful bottom feeders.
You know, Beautiful Lies, I forgot his name, Guapo. He always say, man, don't be in a hurry to invite a chick back to your place, man. Don't be in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? For me, I got a better chick before she come back to my spot, bro. That's just what it is. Because that's where they get you at.
No, you had it the right way the first time. Don't bring them back to your spot, even if you got to rent a temporary spot to get your nut off. And then you leave her right where you found her, right there. And you go back to your spot that you actually are staying in.
Did the brother say El Guapo?
Yeah, that's what he says all the time. He says, don't be
he got scope there too, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So he probably know. He probably know.
Is his wife Brazilian? I thought she was Colombian.
No, he
No,
got
she
scoped in
Colombian.
Brazil. He got scoped in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, Guapo got scoped too?
Yeah. A while
Niggas
In
is
back.
getting
Brazil, of all
scoped.
places? Oh, no.
He said he got
Yeah.
the
Damn.
business in Brazil a
He
while
got
back.
the business in Brazil. God damn.
Yeah.
The only person that I know, that felt the scope that's kind of close within the circle was QB. So, that kind of hit it home for me. I was like, damn.
I mean, they got so many brothels in Brazil, bro. It's like so many different brothels. And I'm like, yo, you take your pick.
I mean, I don't want to get anybody demonetized, especially you, but is there such a disparity on cookie costs between a brothel and a fucking freelancer? I'm just saying it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
thank you, Ron, for doing that. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm trying,
you
bro.
know, there's
Thank you.
I
there's
might not
probably,
be able to control my cussing, but I can control that.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
So
Thank
you got the cookie cost, and then there's operation fee, there's maintenance, there's
Right, but I'm saying that the brothel is the greatest idea, but is it this such a disparity between that and a freelancer?
Hey, bro, it's cheaper at the bakery, bro. It's cheaper at the bakery. Trust me.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, well, thank you. If the
Cheaper
bakery
at the
is cheaper,
Speak in those terms. The grocery
thank you,
store.
Mercy. Thank you for putting the bakery part in there. Yeah. If the bakery is cheaper, then why are motherfuckers going out on the streets to do this? Thanks, Rosa. I know this is funny as fuck because we're all trying to be politically correct.
Because you got to think about it like this. Like, you're like, oh man, I done ran up on something. This is the free cookies right here.
There ain't no such thing as free cookies. We already know you buying the fucking bushel.
Right.
Not whatever you want to. God damn it! I just said bushel.
I just got in town and there's some free cookies.
This shit is getting hilarious, and I'm not even drinking.
Come on, Ronnie. God damn it, cookies, man.
Yeah. There's some free cookies here, so why go to the bakery for their cookies? Huh?
Because the bakery is a lot fresher. Damn, that makes sense too.
Algorithm.
You gonna buy seriously, fellas. You gonna buy Girl Scout cookies on the street. You gonna buy Girl Scout cookies.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, those Girl Scout cookies are pretty tasty.
Yeah, but
I don't know. In certain areas, I think those Girl Scout cookies could be spiked.
But some of those Girl Scout
that
cookies
work too.
But some of those Girl Scout cookies are expired.
How do we get cookies and bakeries and donuts and what the fuck is going on
are
here?
expired, and some guys get expired cookies, and it
because
we're trying
to keep Andrew monetized. That's why we're talking like this.
We're talking about cookies.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, but man, I mean,
y'all crazy.
And here's the sad part: we're gonna continue to see this, bro. This ain't the end. Like every time,
absolutely not.
I think last year when people were getting, deleted, I was like, man, is this ever gonna end? And then you remember the beginning of the year, January through March, it was just like every week Razor had a different person that was getting, him and DC Rob, they were reporting on somebody that was getting the business.
Yeah.
So, man, and here we about to go into. Andrew, you should do a clip for this one and call it the robbing season, because the robbing season is almost upon us.
Are you because of the holidays, or are you talking because it's cuffing season?
Oh, no, this is the time when a lot of you're right.
The robbing
I say cuffing season is when people are going to play the long game more so than the short game.
You're going to see a lot of guys getting scoped. This is going to be
Columbia. The robbing season is December. November, December. Remember last year?
Yeah, everybody wants to
December, man. That's when everybody was getting it.
Everybody getting jacked during that time of season, man.
Okay, we got to come up with a code word for robbing. We done played with the bakery and the goddamn cookies. Come on now, we got to come up with a name for robbery.
Is that a word that you think that would?
I don't know.
Awesome. That's what I said. It's robbing season.
Man, at the bakery, you get a receipt.
What's that?
You get a receipt at the bakery.
Damn, you're right about that. You gonna write this shit off on taxes. Oh shit!
These dudes, let me tell you something, man. These dudes ain't playing. Especially they got them Uber drivers on deck. Them Colombian mafia dudes. Trust me, they got a couple of them girls that work for them. So go ahead, keep playing out there too in Colombia and Brazil, man.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that you definitely want to charge to any type of card or anything like that. They give you the receipt, you throw it in the trash right then and there. Don't leave that place with that receipt.
He said that's one receipt you don't want to keep.
You don't want to keep that receipt.
Just check your history on your credit card purchases.
No, you. Especially the way he was moving. He's moving married.
He got a whole wife, a whole family, and she was nonchalant about it. So I guess she was like, "Damn." Or they either had an agreement and it was okay.
Yeah, they could have been poly.
Very nonchalant during the conversation.
They could have been poly. You never know.
All right. Well.
Oh damn! He said, "Tell DC Born Rob to buy bigger shirts." He's wearing a medium. What you talking about? It's perfect for him.
Hey, JM
is breathable shirt.
JM he's trolling tonight, man.
Oh, mediums are good sizes, man.
Pull up, JM. Let's just chop it up, man. Pull it up.
He's trolling tonight. All right, man. Let's continue with this.
And then when he showed me the link and I clicked on the link, I called my girl right away and told her what happened and sent her a link and say, look, this is our comedy club. Remember comedy club? I took you for open mic and I told you guys I want to do open mic comedy. I've been there dozens and dozens of times. Well, this place is 1.2 miles from my house. And they say some creepy guy at the bar tried to drug this lady, but the guy drank the drink and he's the one that got drugged. Let me show you what the news here in Houston says about that story.
Oh,
our future.
God damn it. Commercials.
Tonight, a couple out for a few drinks at a local bar ended up being roofied. The husband and wife in their 40s went to the regular spot last weekend. Within minutes of leaving, the husband was drugged so severely he could barely even stand. Tonight, they're sharing the warning signs with KPRC2's Gage Golding in hopes that they can help you before you find yourself in a similar situation.
That's where you live at.
It's a normal night. And it was just a normal night for Daniel and Melissa Zuniga. The high school sweethearts have been coming to Rudyard's on Waugh Drive in Montrose for more than 20 years. But that night took a turn like none before.
He had went to close out his tab and get another drink.
Man, hold on one second. Pause it real quick.
Walking up to the bar and getting to close out his
They're out there roofing Big Shirley's now. Look at this.
What? Why?
This is scary. This is crazy. This is what's going on, man. They're trying to roof Big Shirley.
Wow. That's true.
Ahead, that's 2024, man.
Back at the table, Melissa is waiting.
I had my drink right here in front of me.
Man, who's gonna roofie this, man? Somebody really roofing this though? This what we doing in the States?
Pause. I'm not.
Damn.
No comment.
That's
you know
crazy,
who would?
Man. Come, we gotten that.
Don't let me say his name.
Oh man, don't.
Begins with the L.
Oh man.
With the O. That's his flavor. Lucario.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah.
One cheeseburger away from what?
But I don't think he would get to the point where he has to roofie the chick. I don't see that happening, man. Not from Lucario. No, I don't see him.
Know why you would have to roofie anybody anyway.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then I grabbed it, stirred it, drank it, sat it down.
While sitting and texting their daughter, a man walked up and sat right next to Melissa. When she set her drink down, he said, "Hi." All right, that kind of creeped Melissa out, right? So she was on high alert, but it's what he said next that you'll never forget. I think you're stuck with me tonight.
So I grabbed my drink and I told him I'm going to call my husband.
What's even creepier is the man walks right by her husband waiting at the bar. Melissa picking him out of the crowd while watching back this video. But still, they didn't realize what was going on or about to happen.
He ducked up out of there.
I didn't want to waste $8, so I grabbed a drink and I just swung.
What happened?
You see him duck up out of that damn restaurant that fast? The minute he found out he had a husband? Yeah, watch that circle go real fast, man. Dude with white hair.
That kind of creeped Melissa out, right? So she was on high alert, but it's what he said next that she'll never forget. I think you're stuck with me tonight.
So I grabbed my drink and I told him I'm going to call my husband.
What's even creepier is the man walks right by her husband waiting at the bar. Melissa picking him out of the crowd while watching back this video. But still, they didn't realize what was going on or about about to happen.
I was like, well, I didn't want to waste $8, so I grabbed a drink and I just swung it. I took a big swig.
By the time they were walking out the door, Daniel starting to fall apart. And by the time they got home in the energy corridor,
My mom had texted me upstairs and she was like, can you please come help me get your dad from the car? Yeah, so we had to drag him in. He was crawling on the floor.
Daniel was violent, cussing, and nearly unrecognizable.
We thought he had just been very drunk because we'd never seen him like this.
When he woke up the next morning, Daniel didn't remember a thing. He took an over-the-counter drug test, which lit up like a Christmas tree for things he never takes. The only plausible reasoning, he was roofied, but the drugs weren't even meant for him.
It wasn't even for me. He wanted to hurt my wife. And that's even more infuriating.
The family has since filed a report with Houston police, who agree Daniel was drugged. The owner of Run Yard's not able to speak on camera, but was
So I guess the drugs went into the wrong hand. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. He roofied her drink, but then he drank her drink. Her husband drank her drink instead of she drinking the drink.
Oh, so the husband took the L for that. Damn. That's a good husband.
No,
well, he didn't know what he was
Man,
drinking. That nigga said, "I'm trying to save $8. God damn it! You're not wasting no drink. I'm drinking that shit."
Yeah, they were about to leave. He's like, "Shit, I gotta drink this." Drink.
That's crazy. So he was trying to take from his wife.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? That's crazy.
To help in every way possible, saying this kind of person isn't welcome at their bar.
This shouldn't end your life. You just got to be careful.
So there you go. This is too close for home. Guys, you got to cover your drinks no matter where you go. Ladies know this. And I've met a few ladies here because I tell them,
Even in
they ask me to
America
watch their
now,
drink. And I'm
that's
like,
ridiculous.
you need to cover your drink or give it back to the bar. And ask someone that you trust, but they barely know me. I asked a girl, a week or so ago, watch this drink. I covered it, but I said, watch this drink. And I'm like, who's to say shit? You can't trust anybody. Give your drink back to the bartender. Ask him, sit it on the rail over there, sit it on the back against the wall. They know what goes on. And I'm sure they hear these stories too. And if it doesn't make the news, we don't get to know about it. So be on your P's and Q's, guys and girls. For the most part, the girls know this. They've been taught as a young child to watch your drink. Guys, not so much. At least I was never taught that. If it wasn't for Medellin, Colombia, and that's surely taught me. Watch your drinks, guys and gals. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest travel news. This time it's from Brazil. I hope this is of benefit for you Brazilian cats in the comments section. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe. Okay, hold on, guys.
But have you guys kind of noticed though? Usually the dumb shit that's happening in the traveling world is usually caused from people who usually don't have any experience on traveling.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know what Stephen Smith appreciate the comment. What is a dasher? Do you guys know what a dasher is?
Like DoorDash?
You gotta have a dasher. The locals use a dasher. I don't know what that is. I understand what DoorDash is, but I think he's using it in another way.
I don't know.
I have no idea, man.
I'll wait for you to comment back, Steve. But yeah.
What was your question, Andrew? Say your question again.
Regarding to what exactly?
Right before you said you said, do we think something? Do we think that something about in the travel space or something?
Oh, well, what did I say? Well, do you think that basically I was just saying that these things are occurring to men that usually have no experience on traveling. So
yeah,
they're new to traveling and they usually get got for some reason.
I don't want to. I can't say that because we have seen experience.
But then again, I'm wrong because we have some veteran travelers that that.
Yep, they've gotten it.
They got too. It's happened in these YouTube streets. So I guess
and see, that's what the deception is that even the other night the brother that was talking about how he got scoped. He's like, yo, these chicks here, you can go out on like 5 dates with them, and like date number 5, your guard is down. You're like, okay, we're cool. She hasn't drugged me or anything like that, and I've got home 4 times. But here's date number 5, and man, you about to get the business. And then you wake up the next morning, it's like, man, I've been cleaned out.
Right, because you don't trust her with everything.
Yeah.
But do you think that's from the as QB would say, it's funny, what was it called? The dater tricker or the trick dater when you're dating to trick? Or trick dating.
Where are these terms coming from, bro?
Well, it makes sense.
Whenever I hear people say dating and tricking, I don't understand that, man. It's
Okay,
like
I don't get these terms.
no, but I could explain it to you, and it
Okay.
makes perfectly sense because this is what a trick dater is: a person that's paying for a woman's time as paying for the girlfriend experience of being with her to say,
Mhm.
hey, I have my girl in my place. Look, she's cooking for me, guys. And, the guy is recording the chick cooking,
Mhm.
but we all know what she does for a living. But it's just it's happening, where guys are not vertently promoting the street hookahs, but behind the scene, they're promoting it, but they're not labeling it. They're labeling it something else.
that all goes back to some of the beef that has occurred recently with Skylar, and that he's sugar dating. Well,
Sugar dating. That's the word.
obviously he has either hacked the system where he knows like, hey, if I sugar date, one, I know I'm not going to get scoped. Two, there's there's a benefit for both of us. She gets what she needs, I get what I need, and I send her away the next day or within the hour. And I got a heavy rotation. I can move from one chick to the next chick to the next chick. So I don't know. Maybe he's got the matrix, or maybe got it figured out there in Brazil. He's doing it the right way. Like I said, with the brother that's rich, there's no way he should be at a bar picking up any beautiful bottom feeders. That chick wasn't that bad. Court, we've seen badder chicks than that in Brazil, guys. Come on, let's just tell the truth. She was better than his
Guys
wife.
are looking for an experience, and yeah, you just said it. I was about to say the same thing, Juchi. She did look better than his significant other. But I'm just saying, guys are looking for that thrill, and they'll get it however they get it. And unfortunately, they take risk, not realizing or not even giving a damn that they're always going to be a target. But it can't happen to me. That's a young man's game. I got forever. I don't have to do anything right now.
It can happen to anybody, man. Anybody can get got. Just like Peso Man was on here earlier. I mean, despite what some people's feelings about him, me and him, we had our differences and shit, but I understand where he's coming from. But it does make some logical sense, though, man. I mean, if you put yourself in those areas and you're doing those things, that's the only way you'll get got for the most part, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you leave yourself out there, man. I mean, you can they can tell by how you dress, man, that you're not one of them. You might say I'm dressing down, but they're like, man, that t-shirt looks really nice and white and clean.
Yeah, them shoes are brand name too. You know what I mean? That belt. They'll start assessing you like a chick will when you walk in a club, man.
Oh yeah. You can't hide it from those people. They know you're a tourist. They know I'm a tourist. Can't hide that shit.
I guarantee he didn't speak Portuguese either. So,
Nope.
Man.
I mean, how do you have a wingman and your wingman fail you like that?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I had a wingman when I was in Colombia, and it was cool.
Did he say that the wingman got drugged as well? But he came out of it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I just know the wingman left. Now, I don't know if he left because maybe he was feeling dizzy and he was like, I need to get out of here. That could have been the case. Because there was one brother, I forget who his name was, man. I think he got drugged and he went and locked himself in a room or something when they couldn't get to him. They got everything outside the living room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forget who that was, what story that was with dude that locked himself in the bathroom or something. But they couldn't get to him.
Over some ass? Over some ass.
He in this story, he was with some
crazy. When you're helpless, listen, when you're helpless because you're drugged and you can't control whatever, I mean, that is kind of smart to do that, to have the wherewithal to say, I need to lock myself in a room somewhere where they can't push the door open or whatever and get to me and take your phone with you and your whatever resources you have that's not out there.
Yeah.
But why do people travel with all their resources with them? You know, there's some
That's
people who carry
that's the other no. Yeah.
their whole life savings, all these bank accounts with them. Why? Why are you
Because
traveling with all your expenses?
that's what our phones have become, Andrew.
Man,
Our
this is
phones have
crazy.
become
Man.
our bedside alarm. When we used to have an alarm next to our bed back in the day, and you had to press the alarm. That's what our phones have become. Our phones have become our banking. They become our computer. They become our game system. They become our, everything.
And a
So
lot of guys got the bio detectors on with the automatic refill for their passwords for different websites. And
yeah. So it's not like back in the day where you can, okay, I'm just leave my computer here. You got your computer in your pocket. And that's why, a lot of the warnings have gone out to fellas like, hey, you need to have two phones, and also you need not to have banking applications on the burner phone or any phone like that you don't mind losing. Because once they start accessing it and you got passwords and all types of stuff like that, man, these cats they're cracking the code. They're taking all the Bitcoin, the crypto, and the crypto is, once you lose that, man, it's
that
a
shit ain't
wrap.
trackable. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Believe me, I got hooked for $7,000 in Ethereum. That
Oh
wasn't
wow,
a nice day.
bro. I almost got caught up too, man. And I always say, like I said, man, when things don't seem to be good to be true, I almost got caught up in Celsius. And when Celsius went down, I was like, oh my God, I almost gave them like my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, but it didn't happen. It's like something just told me not to do it. And that, Andrew, that was something that you mentioned earlier too, man. A lot of times, man, we don't listen to our gut. You got warnings. Like, you remember you were saying about the story about the lady and the business. I mean, her business, which eventually took money out of your account. You had an idea that something wasn't right about this, but still, it was like, okay, well then my guy, he's doing it, so
Yeah,
it must be legit.
exactly. So I go by word of mouth, especially if it's somebody that I know and I'm cool with, and I know. So I'm like, all right, it can't be that bad. But I found out some things about him too. He's a little bit off when it comes down to trusting people. But I only trusted him because it was a chain of command. You know what I mean? Because he told me, yeah, man, this girl give me this, da da da. Man, I should have trusted my gut instincts because my instincts was saying, nah, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Man, our gut instincts, man. I really do believe you trust your gut, man. And
As
something
somebody
doesn't feel
that deals
right.
with finances and stuff like that, man, if anybody's telling you they can flip your money and get you 20, 30, 40% within a certain short period of time, it's not fucking legitimate.
Nah. Somehow you're gonna pay for it in the long run because that's the game they play. They'll get you some money now because I even deal with a person that was in the
you'll have the appearance of having it, but you really don't have it. It'll
Right.
show up in your bank account and it'll look like it's yours, but
Yeah.
it's already being rerouted about 5 other fucking bank accounts.
Yep.
To get to where it's really supposed to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then once it goes to where it goes and it taken out of your account, it's
They're
like
taking that plus whatever you have in your overdraft account.
Right. And that's what happened to me. It's a money game. So, I didn't get got by no chicas though.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a flex or not. I mean,
it ain't a flex. No, it ain't a flex. I just rather get got that way than me,
Okay.
dealing with the female. Yeah, because you never know what the hell they put in your drink and all that other shit. That could kill you, man. That stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
It's dangerous,
you gotta
man.
think about the levels of that type of being got. If you say like a Bernie Madoff, he got people,
Wealthy
and
individuals that trusted him, right?
He hurt people that was in their retirement stage of life,
Yeah.
But then you look at the bottom feeders, they're like, hey, I'm gonna hurt you to the sense where I'm gonna take all your items that you think are valuable to you, your phone, your computer, your credit cards, and whatever little bottom feeder stuff I'm gonna get out of you. And unfortunately, we're seeing guys lose their life too. So
right.
So what's your advice to travelers for the first time, you guys, on going
travel
to
insurance right off the top? Travel insurance.
Yeah.
So that will save you from the
Not just
cheetah.
for your flights, but for your theft. Your if something was to happen to you, repatriation, they can get your body back to your family. A lot of guys don't think about this. I'm gonna tell you, it costs up to $70,000 to recover a body from any country back to the United States, your home or record.
Yeah.
70 grand to fly your body back because there's a certain process to recover your body.
Yep.
You just have simple health insurance or insurance that has repatriation built into it. It's covered.
Yeah. And see, I think that a lot of guys, they work, everybody works and they're like, oh, I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. And Blue Cross Blue Shield doesn't work in,
No, it's called
minority
Geo
business.
Blue. You can get it, but it's called Geo Blue, and it's an extra insurance. And the whole thing is, insurance is super cheap. People think, oh, I got to pay extra $150, $200 to get insurance. No, it's rented by the day.
Yeah.
So you're only paying a small premium for the time that you're going to be out of the country. So it works in those countries.
Man,
that's how it works.
Well, I know when we went to the Maldives, I actually bought that, and because I was like, and it had like a flight and everything to get you out of the country.
Yeah, it even has a valet type of person. If you in a country you don't speak the language, a concierge will come in, help you get your paperwork filled out for you and everything else, and communicate for you.
Yeah, I did all of that because I was like, man, I couldn't imagine being stuck, and because it's gonna hit you in the pocket. But I would, my advice for anybody that's starting to travel, start small. There's guys that are traveling. I can't believe it. They're getting on a plane and they're going to DR, but I know what they're going down there for. They're not going down there for the sake of traveling. But there's America, man. We live in a beautiful country, man. I think a lot of people don't realize where we are. But I know the crowd that we're around, these guys are traveling for, they're traveling for cookies.
And the whole motherfucking bakery too.
Right. Yeah. So.
And they're feeding that bakery too, man.
Yeah, they're feeding that bakery. But like, I just watched Check in Effect the other night, and I was like, man, Check is down in Puerto Rico. I was like, man, I've been telling guys like PR, you don't have to worry about exchanging your money.
Nope.
You're gonna find people that speak English. Like start in Puerto Rico. And there was some baddies in his video too.
That was where I first flew. That was one of my first flights at about 2 years old. That's where I learned how to swim. Well, I wasn't necessarily taught. I was thrown in the deep end and told to swim. But I mean, that was my first experience of traveling. Is Puerto Rico, then Bahamas, Jamaica. My mom always made sure we were traveling when we were younger. So, shout out to Puerto Rico and local Caribbean countries, man. I mean, there's no reason why you can't start there. And to QB's credit, you can go to Cancun, Tulum, There's plenty of places in Mexico you can go that are minor compared to taking that longer leap and putting yourself in danger.
Well, DR is not so bad because I stayed out there too. There's a lot of nice developed areas, but people don't go and people don't know about it. I've had old videos of places that I went to and people thought that I was in Sosua. Is that Sosua? Like, no, it's not. It's Santiago. I'm talking to beautiful women. I'm having a good time. I mean, I'm exchanging conversations. I'm sitting down. It's just regular. And none of these women look like the street hookers that you would see usually on the streets. They're just regular, normal class women. I tell fellas, hey, won't you go to Santiago? Check out Santiago. Look at the monuments.
You sure you want to promote your spot? You just helping out a friend, or
they're not going there anyway, Roland.
Nah, they ain't gonna go there, man.
You can tell them. You can tell them
you blow in the face at the sleeper, and they still not gonna go.
Yeah, they
want to go to
man. You don't even have to leave the country if you want to get to a brothel. Go to Vegas for a weekend. Shoot, you can do it there. Do you think they're coming out here? Nope.
They're not going to Santiago. They're not gonna go ahead and excurge through there. They want to go to Sosua and what's that other spot? Maybe Santo Domingo, Boca Chica, or they'll probably go to what's that other Punta Cana. The guys, the cab drivers play a game out there. The chicks play a game out there. No matter where you go in these third world countries, there's always a game being played, especially the cab game. I know how to work the cab game. They can't run that cab game shit on me. I know that shit. I've been out there for a year, so they can't get me with that. Trying to charge me $150 to $200 of a trip, one-way trip from Santiago to Puerto Plata, when I
Oh,
can
wow.
easily take the bus for $3.
Oh, wow.
But that's the hustle that the cab people do out there. They're
Right,
gonna get you and say, "No, Poppy, I got you. You know, ride with me. $200. I got you. You can't go nowhere else." And when I say no, I want to go to the bus station. Drive me to the bus station, and I'll take the bus over there. Oh, I go. No, you don't go. Take me to the bus station, Poppy. That's where I want to go.
Right.
You gotta go nowhere else. But yeah, man, it's overall, man, it's cool. It's a cool environment. I love DR. You gotta understand too that these people are just trying to have an honest living. They're trying to make money. And at the end of the day, I know how business runs. Your job as a person who's being presented is to try to get the best deals possible. Their job is to extract as much money from you as possible. So I'm not trying to spend a lot of money. I'm trying to go within the country. I'm trying to
I get that, but you should also,
Yeah.
as a good customer or a good business, try to
Right.
give people a fair rate, not try to rip them because you know they're vacationers or they don't know
but
the
that's what they
language.
do.
And
They're trying to
I
hustle.
get that's what they do, but there's an ethics there that
They don't care.
Unfortunately, they don't necessarily show right off the bat, even though they could be really good people. But let's welcome NYC King to the panel.
I see.
What's going on, John?
What's going on?
Andrew, I wanted to let you know I used to live in Orlando, actually Kissimmee, off International Drive.
Oh, okay.
So, like you're saying, these tourist places is just like Florida. You know, everybody's coming in and they want the tourist dollar. Same thing as when we travel to these third world countries. You know, you're right. They got these little glitches to get you to see if you know what's going on, see if they can cheat you, and teach you how to cafe. And I've had all kind of tricks pulled on me, but once you know the game, don't trust nobody. As the game is called. You seem to get by a lot easier, you know, and learning where you are. And
Don't you think that's unfortunate that you have to think like that when you go to another country, not to trust them?
You got to think
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? Off the bat.
You got to think like that in our own country.
I get that.
Facts.
Yeah.
You can't trust nobody, yo. You can't even trust your people that you care about.
You
know, it's hard. It's a cruel world. It's a cruel world, you know. But you don't even in DR. You don't even gotta get scoped. You can just fall asleep and lose everything, man. A lot of guys came to me, yo, you know, this girl robbed me last night. I'm like, what happened? Fell asleep. She's gone.
Wow. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it 100% authentic. Those Dominican women, they got sticky fingers, man, and they're quick.
Yeah, they're quick.
That's why I don't understand how men want to live in like Sosua and these places, man. Like, I understand why they want to, but I just don't understand why would you want to.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're not getting laid at home, so they figured this is a paradise where they could just spend money and get any girl they want until they go broke, and then they come back home. And after a while, because I've been in Sosua, I stayed there maybe one time for 3 months. You just get bored.
I got bored with DR. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got bored with DR. I've been there so many
Stephen
times.
Smith came back and said a dasher is a local tour guide. Okay, that's the term you use is dasher. Okay.
I just got completely bored with DR, and I lived there for a year, so I just got DR'd out. Man.
You get DR'd out, man. There's only so many women you can go through before you burnt out, and then you're like,
it's not even really that, because even living there, man, I learned that it's like it's just very third world, and you gotta just kind of. It's good to be cool with the neighbors, man. You gotta have neighbors that you're cool with, because majority of the time, if you kind of develop some sort of relationship with the neighbors or someone there, they'll look out for you, man. They will.
You know what it is, gentlemen? I'll call you guys gentlemen because what you are. You know, I've been around the world, and I'll tell you, there's no place like home. America
That's true.
is not the best country in the world. You know, we got the presidential elections coming up. You know, it don't look good either way. But you know, once you stay in these foreign countries for a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
you do miss home. You really do. We're based here. We have our homes, our cars. We planted a tree, and our tree is flourishing in of everything that we've done in our life. You know, and for us to just up and leave our computers and cars and homes just to move to a third world country, it's a big leap to let a
Right.
lot go, depending on what your desires are. But like I said, I've been through some of the most beautiful women in the world. You get bored after a while.
Yeah. But
You
Kings,
just
though, I just want to piggyback what you were saying, because there are some men that are traveling, but there are, I should say, people, because there's women too that are traveling, but they're not budgeting themselves when they travel to want to live in a country. We start to see the downcline within months later, that they don't have any money, and then they're on YouTube begging for
Yeah.
donations because they need a
Yep.
place to live, a place to stay. I mean, BMTs, I know you don't like BMTs too much, but you know, he was giving a heart helping hand to one of the ladies. I forgot this chick's name, but she was
Kyra.
yeah,
Kyra.
yeah. Is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she needed some money, and I was on the show, and I said, um, he asked my opinion on it. I said, well, honestly, I think it's going to be the same as always, man. It's going to be another, I'm stuck out here. I need money. Please help me. How do you
Yeah.
get yourself caught in that position in the first place?
You
But
wanna know
I
why?
can't feel sorry for somebody who has money to travel, because you're talking about, you got to have money to travel, first of all.
You do. You do. You gotta have money and you gotta have credit cards. These people
Right.
who do this are delusional. Okay, they think that once I get down there, it's gonna be all right. Just like the Jay Watermelon, he runs out of money. He's running around with fake U.S. dollars. He
I
printed
love
up.
his nicknames, man. He comes up
You
with
know,
the greatest nicknames.
he printed up money. You know, he's getting windows broken. He's police come in. Every trip his tickets is being screwed up at the airport. He's being straight dummy, just dumb. And then
Straight
you get it
crash
one
dummy.
day, yeah, just dummy. So why even you want to live the dream that we live, but you have no money to live that dream?
But you know what I don't understand, guys? And I brought this up before too. Man, who are they living with when they come back to this place or come back to America that
Their mama.
allows them to go out there and do what they I try to figure out, who is
Their
Floyd living
mama.
with? Who is
Their mama.
Jay?
Floyd looks like a mama's boy for real. Floyd
I
looks
don't
like
know
a
if he
mama's
lives with
boy.
his mama.
Jay Watermelon may live in some sort of shelter somewhere in Gary. Okay, you know he can't afford an apartment. If he can't budget a trip, you know he can't afford an apartment. Before I leave the country, I gotta make sure my pit bull. Let me tell you something. Before I leave the country, I gotta make sure my pit bull's got all her shots. Then I gotta put her in a nice kennel where she goes, which is like $45 a day. Okay, because I want her to have the best. I leave my car at long-term parking because I don't like waiting for transportation. I'd rather put my luggage in my car. I used to take a town car because it just like taking a cab, just expensive
It's
the
a
same way.
livery cab. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just would take a limo. It would just be cheaper that way. Not a big limo, just a regular black town car. But then I just started bringing my car and just leaving it long term because I just wanted to get in it or take a shuttle to my car or whatever it takes to get there. So all my bills are paid that I need. So I make sure I come back, the lights are on. Everything has got to be done. Then I
Right.
have to have a budget to make sure I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. I
They
can
don't
eat
think about
well. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to worry about things. I can sit down and relax on my vacation, not worry about going to YouTube and begging people for money. People start begging me for money, I start blocking them because I can't do that. What about me? What about my money?
Right.
So That's on you if you want to travel that way. It's on you if you want to get a job and work hard like we do and put money away to do this thing. It's on you if you want to rob people and try to con your way. You know, conning and lying only ends up in one way: disaster. Better to go the right way. When I come back, I do the same thing in reverse. I have a work truck. I go pick the dog up. Dog sits in the back of the truck. It doesn't sit in my black car because I don't like the dog carrying the black car. So I just
all right, Kings. We go to get too long into that deep story, man. I got a question for you, man. I need for you to really answer this question for me. What's your take on this guy right here, man?
It's like a passport, bro.
Do you know the story, King? I don't know if you know what's
I
going
don't
on.
know the story. What happened, you guys?
Okay. You got to give him the story context, Andrew.
Oh, okay, so I'll break it down real quick. Buddy was married, took a trip to Brazil, from what I was told, and well, what we heard about, and he decided to trick in Brazil, but the news were saying that it was a misconduct, I believe it was, or was it to the degree of yeah, it was a misconduct or whatever that happened between the incidents that happened to him in the hotel. So they don't have any further information. Right. I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's mind-boggling. But we all know it's tricking, man. He got there. He died in 24 hours in the hotel, and they said it was some sort of
foul play. Foul play.
Foul play. There you go. Foul play. So
he was foaming from the mouth.
Foaming from the mouth. And then they showed the chicks leaving anyways. They show the chicks leaving the apartment, scandaling off. It's on a video. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up. Show it to you. So the news wasn't really. Yeah. The news was really playing it.
All right.
To part. They weren't really giving in any details. He was a
Check this out. Stay.
All right,
All right, we can
on surveillance camera leaving the apartment with a woman believed to be Da Silva has not been identified and remains at large. Morris from Minneapolis was the founder of Blue Waters Consulting and Soul Community Development Corporation and managed a $14 million portfolio of business. He had traveled to Brazil on business when he fell victim to GHB, a powerful nervous system depressant, and fled the scene. Morris was with a friend in the Lapa neighborhood when he encountered Da Silva and a friend in the early hours of the day of the incident. Reports suggested the group had drinks at a bar before heading to the rented apartment where Morris was later found dead. The entrepreneur's friend, feeling unwell, left for another location. He later told cops he felt dizzy and disoriented. Morris and the two women arrived at the apartment around 20 minutes past midnight on August 8th. Surveillance camera footage showed that the two women exiting the building alone just 2 hours later. A doorman can be seen letting them out as they enter a black vehicle waiting for them. Morris, a father of one, was found unconscious in the apartment later.
Time authorities made it to the scene right after these two chicks walked out of his apartment.
I'm ready to answer your question. This Colombia thing is starting to spread.
Go ahead.
Okay, this thing in Colombia where they poison in tourists and us brothers is starting to spread.
Well, this is Brazil. This is Brazil.
These chicks got YouTube too, and they know what's going on in Medellin. You think they don't?
Yeah.
So hopefully this is not a plague that spreads out from Brazil. Now it's in Brazil now. Now it's to poison these guys and rob them. I think it's a trend. YouTube is people watch more YouTube than they watch television. So it's a trend.
Because it's the truth. This you're getting more truth from YouTube, I believe, than you do from television.
Yeah, it's just a trend. So these chicks are watching what's going on.
Are you sure about that, Andrew?
Well, then again, I could be wrong, Drew G, because yes, there is
selling
some
dreams.
There are some selling dreams out there. Yes, there are. There's some selling dreams out there. You know, and not really giving the real take on what's going on. But even, like I said, even Uber drivers are getting got out there by their own people in these foreign countries, man, and people don't do their research.
Every time, I noticed when I was in in Turkey that it's like they bust in the beggars and the people who are trying to con and sell you. Just they're all over the place in Istanbul, Turkey, trying to sell me carpets and everything. Same thing in these tourist places. It's like you live in a land. You know, when I lived in Florida, I went to Disney and stuff. They call everybody a cast member. Like the cast member, I just want to go get free tickets. So I went to the timeshares. I never bought one, but I get free breakfast and free tickets. But you know, whenever you're in a tourist area, they believe that we got money, that we just got money hanging out of our pockets. And this guy had some sort of, he had a good business. He looked like he had money. He picked the wrong girls, yo.
Well, you know another thing, another question that was just answered that we had a minute ago was
which one?
the fact about his boy. His friend left him. He said his friend left because he was feeling unwell. So he had the wherewithal to get on out of there. He knew he had gotten drugged.
Yeah, but you don't leave without your boy.
I know. That's true. You're absolutely true, Ronan.
He abandoned him at that point.
Yeah, he did abandon him. You're absolutely right. But he
I
got
think
out
I
of
ain't
there.
got no friends. I think I ain't got no friends. He left his boy there to die. Okay,
Yep.
and because
he
he
left
knew
with
he
two
was
chicks.
poisoned.
Wow.
Yeah, they both got drugged. It seems like his friend took it a little bit more harder than he did because he had at least an opportunity to get out of there.
Right. Instead of saying, "Hey, man, let's go together because I'm not feeling well. You can't be feeling well too."
Hey, man, kick these girls out. Get them out of my.
Get the security to get them to leave. Yeah.
Y'all need to go.
But you guys want to know something also? I'll even throw in a bone and say this, right? Most of these girls, they don't even know how much percentage of drugs a human body can take because they're not people who work in pharmaceutical companies. Right. So if they do these type of things, their goal is just to get you unconscious and take whatever they can take out of you. And rob the place. Just take what they can take and go.
Murder him. They didn't want to murder him, but they don't know what percentage of drugs to give him to pass him out. You're right. Anytime you play in the streets, you're putting your life at danger.
That's the key word. New NYC, you said it. Anytime you play in the streets,
you're putting your life at danger.
Yes. Bingo.
Wow. It's pretty sad though, man. But damn.
He made a choice, though.
Yeah, he should have immediately kicked those girls out instead of leaving his friend in the room. Just say, you guys got to go.
When I go, you got to go.
That's the experience
I'm
level
not leaving
right
my
there.
boy in there. Yeah. When I go, you go. He's not. Yeah.
That's the discussion that you have maybe with a guy that you're going out with. If at any point in time that you feel unwell, we got to end this because more than likely you've been scoped or I've been scoped. And we got a short window. We got a small window to get them out of there.
Do you know what his friend might have thought that, hey, I'm starting to feel really sick. I think I need to go. But he didn't understand the magnitude of it. He probably didn't mean to leave his homie, but he just started feeling really sick. It's just like us sitting in a room playing poker or something. One of us feels sick. And we all drunk from the same bottle. But I feel sick first, and I'm like, fellas, I don't want to destroy your party. I think I need to go. I got to throw up. I got to go to the hospital. But I didn't know that Andrew or Drew or Ronnie got scoped too. I'm just trying to get me out of the situation because I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So it could have went down that way. It could have been like he just left his homie. He might have just felt sick. And sex was the last thing on his mind. You know, when you feel out of place and disordered, the first thing is to leave the situation and to tend to what's going on with you, not knowing the magnitude of what's going on there. You know, you got to be safe when you play in the street. It could went either way. You could go out and buy an 8-ball of the white snow and it has fentanyl up in it. You done sniffed it and now you're dead. Same thing playing in the streets with these chicks.
And I just want to bring this up too, Ronan. I don't know if you know this guy. I think maybe Kings, maybe Drew, you may know this guy, but you guys remember Ken Kevin. I think his name is called Ken and Ken Adventures.
He
Kenny
got killed.
Ken. Kenny
He
Ken.
got killed in
Yeah, remember
Colombia.
Kenny Ken?
He died in Mexico, right? In Mexico.
He died in Mexico. Yeah, he died in Mexico.
He had the cocaine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had cocaine. The snow powder with the fentanyl in it, and the chick left him in there.
It seems like it's kind of like what happened here.
Yeah.
Something quite the same that happened to Ken. Like this is happening. This is why I tell people, man, like this stuff has happened to people closer to me that I've known, and you guys know in this space. So don't think that this shit can't happen to any of us, man. That's why when you play this game, man, you gotta be. That's why I don't even like talking about it too much, or even talk about, hey, this is what I used to do. But at the same time, you got to know there's a limit to certain things, man. You got to know when to not
All
do
I know
certain
is the
things.
game has changed a lot. When I
It's
used to play
changed.
this
You
game,
can't even do that now because it's so dangerous.
There's no way.
You're
No
right,
way.
Roy. It
It's
changed.
dangerous.
It changed from when me Roll played the game because it's
Yeah.
dangerous. But you want to tell you one thing. This happens every day, gentlemen. It's just that
Yeah.
some of this
But
gets notarized.
it
Some of
seems
this
like
gets
it's gotten
notarized,
worse,
and
though, King.
some of it gets notarized, and the other 100 cases don't.
That's true.
That's crazy. It seems like it's gotten worse, though. Because I know it's
Oh.
always out there, but it wasn't as bad. You know, even when I was traveling, I know a lot of guys that play hardcore many times. But it's just since the whole passport bro thing, I mean, we got to keep it honest. And it got so famous and everything like that. It just seems like.
Well, I just think
you see these cases coming out.
or social media traveling has just become so popular. It's being broadcast and magnified more so than when it was kept off of the internet and kept off of YouTube and everything else, because we moved in silence. So now it's just a lot louder noise. You know what I mean?
We moved in silence. Now you
yeah.
got bums traveling with you got the bums traveling that got no money to even be where they're at. Back in the day, we traveled in silence. That's why I despise passport bros. They done screwed up the game, got the prices all raised up. It's back in the day, it was a paradise to go there. It was a pleasure to go there. There was
And the
nobody
women looked a lot better in Sasua over there
They
too.
looked a lot better all over. In Brazil,
That's crazy. How the fuck they fucked up
all
Sasua
over
that
there.
bad?
They fucked up the world that bad. What you
Hey,
mean?
remember.
Sasua
I'm gonna give you a little taste.
It was a cheap man's vacation. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything outside of Colombia and Brazil is more
That's what
expensive.
Sasua used to look like.
Yeah. All over the place. Women like that all over the place. Now they're all fat, look like cows. As soon as you get up the plane, you hear moo. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, they're overweight. They are. That's crazy.
Sasua disgusts me right now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sasua and DR. I don't know what. Some people say New Yorkers came over there and fucked it up.
Passport bros came over there and screwed up. Okay, passport.
He said the New Yorkers came over there and fucked up Sasua.
Check this out. I just did this. I just wanted to see, because we were saying drugging happens everywhere, and I just put in woman drugged in United States, and I just ran into this article from June. This is an article just from June this year. U.S. man who drugged daughter and friends at sleepover sentenced to prison.
Wow.
Bill, you know what? Back in the day, that's what got Bill Cosby. Back in the days, guys used to drug the girls. Now the girls can change the game.
Yeah,
okay?
You're absolutely right, King. Good example.
Girls done changed the game.
Yeah,
now it don't feel too good. Before, guys would Spanish fly and whatever they could find and put stuff in girls' drinks and sprinkle it.
I remember that Spanish fly, man. That was the shit.
They would run a train on her and they do all this shit.
Yeah, dudes used to do that heavy back then.
Yeah, now the game's changed.
Now you got the females doing that. That's crazy.
How does it feel? Don't feel too good, do it.
These girls are trying to extract them resources, man. They don't care. They pretend to be one person, and by daytime and nighttime, they somebody different, boy.
That's funny, man, that you think that. I didn't think about it like that. Bill Cosby was actually drugging chicks.
Yeah, back in the day, men were drugging chicks and running trains on them, and you know, it went on and on. Happening in states, happening overseas, happening over. Now, hey, chicks are flipped the game. You know, now we walking around scared. Like, I hope you don't drug me. You know, they got all kind of tricks to drug you too, man. All kind of tricks to get you. You know, especially if you're a drinker. Especially if you're a drinker, yo. Especially if these guys are traveling to handle their business. Just handle their business. Drink at a nice restaurant. Bring her back. Do what you don't drink with her. Just do what you gotta do and say goodbye. Cause yo, you could wake up and you trying to keep her in a hug on to her at night. Once you crank out, most likely she's gonna be gone in the morning with all the stuff that she can carry.
So, Peso Man was on here earlier, and he said something that was very intriguing. I don't know if it was Peso Man or probably it could have been Ron. I'm not too sure it's either one of those two. But a buddy system, right? For these narco or dangerous countries, a buddy system. If a buddy system is in play, let's say if they have a buddy system, do you think that can possibly work? So where, you know, it will stop the potential of a lot of black men or men in particular being drugged?
Let me tell you something about these foreign countries. They can find out who the lame dudes are. These girls scope you out, see whether you're a go for it type of dude. You can have all the buddies you want. You ain't gonna have the buddies in the bedroom with you. What I'm saying is that these chicks scope you out. You know, like a Jay Watermelon. They can see the lameness, that the lust in their eye.
Yo, let me push back on that because can it happen? Can guys do a buddy system work? Yes, it can. And the reason why I'm saying this, there was a story. It was on Razor or one of the other channels where the guy was saying that was I think it was on Andrew's show, or somebody was talking about they were with Czech one night, and they had brought some girls back, and they were drinking, and there was an open bottle or something, and him and Czech were like, should we drink that? But it was three of them. It was Czech, the other person that was on the panel, and one other person that wasn't partying at all. He was in a room. So the other girls were drinking, but they tried to get the guy in the room to come out, but he would never come out. So that kind of spoiled their plan right there. You can do it. You can use a buddy system, but you gotta have a solid buddy who's like, yo,
somebody gotta be sober.
Yeah, somebody's gotta be sober. Somebody's gotta be, hey, I'm gonna be in this room. I'm gonna lock the door. I'm gonna have all the goods in here, and let's just see what happens. If I come out here and you scoped.
But do you think because this whole sugar dating thing is on a rise? Do you think it's easier to just play
sugar
for play?
Dating, man, please. What is sugar dating?
Okay. Sugar dating is basically
high class pay for play.
Right. It's like you're dealing with a pro, but you're dating the pro. You're taking her time away from her, and you're paying it from the end, from the back end.
Paying a bar fine. That's like paying a bar fine back in the day for a certain time period.
Right, but there is a such thing as sugar dater, though. They do that. There's men that do that over there, and then you got men that do.
Why would you do that though?
But see,
I don't know either. I don't know.
If you already listen, I thought sugar dating. I thought sugar dating was you found a decent chick that you paid to stay consistent with you to keep her away from everybody else, but she was never.
No. It's if you're dealing with a pro and you're taking the pro away from her activities, and you're turning, and then you're turning her into like the main chick.
Like a girlfriend experience for the time that you're there. Like a GFE while you're there.
She's been swapping spit in the cesspool.
No.
And you want to wipe her up? Oh man.
Well, that's the song 50 Cent made. Cause she's not just with him; she's with many men. Okay, she's with many men who believe that they're the boyfriend and they got the girlfriend experience. You know, that's like I told guys in Brazil. You're only good until the next flight comes in. You're only
and
good.
These dudes fall in love. They be falling in love and shit. That's crazy. Buying iPhones for the chicks.
You know, I've been in DR and I heard a chick tell a foreigner white guy like, yo, you need to give me more money. And I've been in Brazil and seen the same thing happen. These guys are just chucking out money, just giving it to them because you want to know why? They done left their old fat white wives at home, and they done went down there and fell in love with a working girl that's probably 21, 30, whatever, and you need to pay for her time. These chicks want to be paid for their time. Back in the day, these chicks would spend the night with you for a little bit of money. You don't have to worry about being poisoned.
Bro, I heard everything about Colombia. Before I touched base, I got in contact with a good friend of mine named Marty. He was my plug. He knew the guy that I met who was my personal driver. He's Colombian and American. He speaks the American language very fluently, and he's Colombian. I paid him $80 for 4 weeks to take me around anywhere that I wanted to go in Medellin. He was happy for that, and he stood by me everywhere I went. That was my buddy system. And I had a homie that was with me too. So guess what? He says, hey, you guys want girls? He put out a catalog of freaking females, man. These bitches were bad. He says you could pick from any one of them. They're clean. They're all clean. That's what he told me. They're clean. I said, what?
Once you get in the country, there's websites you can go through and see the same catalog. Okay.
Yeah, but there's a brothel service that do that, but this is a personal service. If you want to do that, you want to hook up with the girls, do whatever, at least do it the clean way to where you can go home with all your body parts and you don't have to worry about being killed.
No, you're right. You're right. The buddy system could work. Say the four of us were hanging out, the four of us hanging out, and you guys looking at chick. You guys all know what she looks like. I'll be like, okay,
replay
guys,
with a passport. Replay with a passport's comment.
He said, sugar dating ain't a pro. She's a female who uses her beauty to hustle. Damn. I always say that's true. I always say these cats aren't getting the 10s pros because they are out here passport bro budget. You know what? He's absolutely right because there's a lot of guys that go for the low end tier foreign women. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I don't know why you guys are sugar dating for such a long time in your villa with this chick when you're paying on the meter. At least get yourself a bad chick, get your money's worth. If you're gonna play this game, get your money's worth. And don't spend so much time with one chick ruining your meter. That's her job, is to extort money from you.
Extort. God damn, why you gotta use that word, man?
That's a big word. That's a big word coming from you.
Her job is to extort money from you.
A big word coming
God
from you.
damn it.
You want to know why these beautiful girls know their worth, and the price goes up because they know their worth.
Oh, guaranteed they do. Absolutely.
They know their, because I've been with some badass chicks. They know their worth, and it's all on how you know how to play the game, and to skip through all that pricing thing. Sometimes it's best to start up a friendship with these chicks and then get them feeling comfortable before you start going into your wallet. That's the last thing you want to do on a vacation is try to go in your wallet. You want to try to pull these chicks with your handsomeness before you start digging in your pockets. You want to try to pull them with a dinner.
They looks maxing, man. So it's all about the looks. So don't worry about it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Guys can pull girls in different countries without digging in their wallet. Believe that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can.
I've pulled many girls without digging in my wallet. I don't even try to dig in my wallet, I just try to do what I got to do. I don't care if she's working at a cafe or whatever, What time do you get off, You mucho bonita.
And
what time do you get off? She gets off and it's on and popping.
Right.
Yeah.
And fellas,
But
man, y'all need to stop carrying around your licenses everywhere you go. Leave your license in the safe, get a copy of it, and put it in your back pocket.
That's right.
I do that all the time. I never carry my real license or my passport with me. I lock everything in the safe. I make copies of it, put it in my pocket, get a little bit of cash, put it underneath my shoe. I live in New York, so I prevent me from getting robbed.
You guys also, I want you to also
inside your sock. Okay,
that's a good point, Andrew. But you guys, I want you to also know you can go to the DMV and get a ID or a duplicate. You can tell them that, hey, I lost my driver's license. Can I get a duplicate? And then a lot of times they'll tell you, well, if you find your original, destroy it. Well, you don't have to destroy it. It's the same number. It's the same everything. You just keep one in your whatever, and you carry one in your pocket.
So that way somebody can identify you.
To be honest with you,
Yeah,
that's actually what I've done ever since the whole incident where cops were killing brothers.
bro.
And,
You remember when we
out.
used to do the dog tag thing? One in your boot, one in your around your neck.
But
I did that for years until I realized I had my social security number on that bitch.
They do that in the surfaces. Yeah,
I actually do that in my vehicle, so that when I have my registration, my proof of insurance, I also have my driver's license there, so it doesn't look like I'm reaching in my back pocket for my wallet or anything like that. It's already right there, so I have an actual spare. So that's a idea for you guys. You can go to your local DMV and ask. There's maybe $25 to ask them for a duplicate driver's license.
Play it with the best.
You know that a guy got robbed. His house got robbed in Puerto Plata in DR.
What? For what? Oh yeah, you talking about old boy that just built the house and they came in and got all his copper and everything?
Yep, they cleaned.
Yeah, I know it. That was mad. That's crazy, bro.
That's
before he can even move in.
This is a bigger story. This is a bigger story. Taylor Made Dreams got his house robbed when he was in it.
Exactly. Taylor Made Dreams.
They climbed in his window.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
got it on camera. He got it on video.
And took his whole safe.
Wow.
While he was in the house.
He slept that hard?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on video.
It's on video. He showed it.
Damn.
Yeah.
These Spanish countries, man. I
How
don't
do you
think
sleep that hard.
I don't think it's good for us to be.
That's why I have a dog in the house, man. My dog, man, you ain't playing with that. No.
Shit. A lot of times those dogs gonna watch you get robbed.
I got a pit bull in my house and I got hammers and stuff scattered. So anybody come in here and I sleep next to something special. I sleep next to something. You come through my door, it ain't gonna be
getting in my house like that.
What I don't understand is why don't these guys ever get property in gated communities? They have gated communities out there.
I think Taylor Made Dreams. He does live in a gated community.
He had a beautiful house.
Oh wow! When I was in DR in Puerto Plata, you know what the security were? Regular guys who dressed like me and you with shotguns, double barrel shotguns and shit, right outside.
Damn.
Yeah, I stayed in a lot of places like that.
They'll take care of you because you're part of the community. That's how they guard it. They have their own residents that guard. They don't have police officers there. Their own residents.
The girls gotta leave their ID. The girls gotta leave their ID.
The girls gotta leave the IDs. If you're an American and you got a place there, trust me, they go protect your ass. Because guess what you're doing? You're feeding the pack.
They want you to come back.
Oh, if you got property out there, you're paying. So they're gonna protect you. Anybody comes over, anybody fucks with you, trust me, they going in there, no questions asked. Boom. But that's just how it is, man. You live in a certain lifestyle, you have money, you can pay people to protect you.
Yeah. I mean, you should be actually trying to get the best when you're going to these other countries, man. If you can, be in the better neighborhoods, be in the better restaurants and bars and everything. Stay out of the hood.
Yeah, why you got some travelers that want to go to the hood?
Man,
I really think
I will never be able to understand that. Why are you on vacation trying to hang out in the fucking hood?
I think it's a cred thing. Like, oh man, I went.
What cred do you need? You're not in the fucking streets. You're in a whole other fucking country.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been to the city of God, and it was a very interesting trip. I didn't go by myself, of course. I went with an escort, some other crewmen, but it was part of the vacation. I seen the movie City of God and all that stuff. It ain't like I wanted to go there because it was a poor community. I just was infatuated with the movie, and I really wanted to see how these people were living. So I did go in there, and I did meet the banditos, and there was no police, and they showed all brothers love. It was not like, I don't find Brazil to be dangerous, besides the police pointing guns in my face, but other than that, I was
Other than
FaceTiming.
that, like that's a minor thing, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, me and my Brazilian wife FaceTime yesterday, and she got pissed at me. She said, "Oh, you should." I was sitting in McDonald's having a hamburger. She said, "You can't be eating that stuff and this and that." I'm like, "Look at the chick caring about me." So I'm like, "Yo, I spent 6 years in Brazil. The only time I had issues is that time with the cops, because one of my dudes was smoking a bone. The cops thought we all had something in the car. They pull out guns at first, and they talk later. But I never found it to be dangerous in no part of it, even in the dangerous areas. So, you don't hear about brothers really getting killed in Brazil. You hear it in Colombia, but you don't really hear it in Brazil unless they die from natural causes. And plus, this news story, that popped up. But I always feel safe there. I always feel safe there. Out of 6 years I've been there, and I imported my Brazilian wife here, and we're still cool to this day. So, because we have a child together. So I just told her yesterday, I love, I tell my Brazilian son, I love your mother to death. You know what I'm saying? You're the blood of my body, you're my son, and she's the mother of my child. I'm not gonna say I hate her because we had to separate. Things happen, People move on. Who's that, Ronnie? Who's that? What's that? What's that you got up there? Oh, that's his woman, I believe. I don't know. So yeah, I never had any problems like that. And rest in peace to the brother that passed on, man. I feel bad about this situation, but hey, that's what happens, man. I know everybody fell asleep on me. Hello out there, hello.
I'm sorry. I just woke up, man. My fault, bro.
Stop it.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll let you go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get one of
I'm
the
sorry,
burgers.
Grandpa.
I'm gonna go
I
get one of
woke
the
up, bro.
burgers my Brazilian wife don't want me to get. Anyway, respect you guys and respect to the panel, man. I'm gonna be out. I gotta go to Mickey D's.
No, hey,
You
New
going
York
again
City.
to Mickey D's, man?
Oh
I'm
man,
hungry. Just like I told you yesterday, I'm hungry.
stay away
I'm
from that,
hungry.
man.
I'm hungry.
Yo, let me tell you this, New York City King, before you leave, man. Your Brazilian wife, she still care about you because she's looking at how you eating too. So I know you're on the road and stuff, man. Just try to stay away from a lot of that processed stuff.
Yeah, man.
Because
I know. I told you yesterday, I'm hungry, man.
that's why I tell people we think they're nagging us, but realistically, there's somebody that really cares about you because you got a son.
Right, and I understand that.
I'm a
I've been
victim
a
of
lot.
that shit too. Trust me.
I don't want to put
Heart
Andrew.
disease
I don't
is
want to put
something
Andrew to
bad for
sleep.
us,
I
man.
don't want to put Andrew to sleep because me and Drew are
No,
on a
I'm
different
awake.
page.
I'm awake.
I know she still loves me. She shows it to me every day by saying good morning and this and that. Is there a comeback in the making? I don't know. I'm not fractioning it that way. I'm just thinking that we have a bond right now. She showed me that she does care about me constantly. She asked me questions about my other European wife. I told her the truth. It's hard for me to just lie about stuff, When you become a man, it's just hard to lie. So it's better you just tell the truth about everything. It makes everything clear, so that way you don't get caught up in a lie. All right. And on that note, thank you guys for trying to save me, but I'm going to get that burger.
Well, go on and eat that chemical burger, then, boy.
Just like I told her, I'm hungry. Hungry, man. I can go make me a New York skirt steak, but that's too much.
I hope it does taste good, man. I hope it doesn't smell. I hope it don't taste like this.
No, we got the good McDonald's up here.
Oh, okay.
Put the good quarter pounders together.
Got you. Definitely. We don't want no burgers tasting like this.
I know.
We got
Who joined the panel?
Play with the passport. What's going on, player?
Play with a passport.
Oh, you looking spliffy in that icon. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Certified G.
All right. What's your take on the brother, man?
Hey, man.
The brother that got drugged out there in Brazil, man. He got caught, man. He got caught in these streets, man.
Hey man, it's always bad to hear about somebody getting jammed up out the country, man. Whether it
Man,
be, with a female or just something bad happening to them in general. You know, um, brothers got to be brothers got to be more careful of how they're traveling, and they need to just take the safer routes. You know, and brothers need to get more involved. If you a network guy, then people need to take advantage of your networks. You know, if you're a Facebook group guy, a WhatsApp group guy, you need to they need to take better advantage of being involved in these groups so they don't run into these situations that could, get them expired or get them jammed up in any way, shape, or form. It's
man.
just it's always bad to hear it. It's always bad to hear it, man. Um, I had mentioned
Yeah,
in the
man.
comments.
Well,
I'm
in
sorry, brother. Go
24
ahead.
hours, no, I'll let you go ahead. I was just saying in 24 hours, all of us, like, I was just shocked about it. But the other brothers on the
Yeah.
panel, they're used to this. But I just didn't know anybody, that got it within 24 hours. Well, one person did, but damn, I just think this is too many. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, yeah. It's and what's funny, man, is when people go on like the Razor Ray show, right, and they talk about their experience. I don't a lot of them, man. I can't even relate to them because they talk about it so lightheartedly, you know. Because the guys that I've met who've been gemmed, I've met a dude that got kidnapped. I've met dudes that been robbed. I've met dudes that been drugged. None of them were lighthearted about it. They were scared to death. You know what I'm saying? They were scared to death, man. Um, but in the comments, man, I was just saying that these guys, they're not getting these top-notch females that they say that they're getting, right? Because the passport bros, they're cheap. That's just what it is. They're cheap, and they
Facts.
preach being the cheap traveler, right? So the females that they think that they're getting, that they say that they're getting, they're not pros, right? And that's just not that's in every country, right? You have females that look good and they're using their looks to hustle. You understand? That's different than a pro, right? A pro is a female, like, this is what she do for a living. You know what I mean? This is what she do. A sugar baby, that's a broad that's got she got a regular job and she's hustling on the side. But a pro is a completely different situation. I was on the phone with my dude earlier. He deals with pros.
Yeah.
That's what he do. You know, and I always have an interesting conversation with him because I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, yeah, some dude's talking about $100. He's like, $100, man. Ain't nowhere in the world $100. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Because these real pros, the ones who are tracking their macros because they got to eat a certain kind of way because they understand their body is their business. The one they go to doctors frequently and they provide that information to the person, right? Those are pros. So most of these guys are dealing with women that look good that are hustling, and any female when a guy says, "Yo, I'm getting the tens, man," she a pro. She a 10. If she's accepting $50, she's a broke bitch.
Oh.
Well, no, man, in her currency, that means no. See, a pro understands that $50, no matter in her currency or not, she understands that that's low ball, bottom of the barrel shit. What did Pimp C say? Um, uh, what do you say? Fuck without a rub. Uh, top of the top notch hoes want the belt, want the most, not the lesser. You know what I'm saying? Like a real pro ain't accepting no $50, $60 from these cheap ass passport bros, right? The cat I know, he dropping. I know. I went to his Airbnb in Colombia, and he had a pro over there with him, and it was like he gave her. I want to say it was like 4-5 mil for the week. So yeah, these cats, it's all cap.
But play with a passport, does that?
Well, I gotta. I got a question for you, man. Do you think that this is gonna start hitting travel YouTube contenters? Because all the scope of theme that we're hearing, especially on the Razor Race channel and everywhere else on the sector of this YouTube space, it seems like it's coming from men who don't have YouTube channels. Do you think eventually it's gonna happen to the men who are promoting and going out there doing travel vlogs, knowing that they
It's
don't
already
necessarily
happened. It's already happened.
Yeah.
You talking about getting drugged and scoped and whatnot?
Getting drugged, getting scoped a lot. You think getting robbed?
It's already happened. It's already happened twice.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Tobias the Traveler, QB
Yeah.
Passport flexing.
QB, yeah.
Who else?
If you sloppy, man, you sloppy. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to like clown dudes. You know what I mean? I'm really not trying to clown dudes, man. But like if you playing in that world, there's some things that you got to take into account. There's some consequences that you got to accept. That could be possibilities. And also remember, fellas, if a person drugs you or they're setting you up or they're looking to extort you or trying to get you robbed, that takes a certain type of individual to follow through with that. You understand? That's a psychology thing. For me to give Andrew a drug that I know could possibly kill him or at the least affect his health long term, homie, that's a decision that a normal person can't make. I don't care how good they look, right? That's like anybody can pull out a gun, but it takes a certain type of dude to bust that gun off with intentions to do harm. You understand? It's so guys always use this thing. Oh, but she looks good. Yeah, she might look good, man, but she might be a straight thug.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. They don't know what, like you said, you don't know what mentality of person that you're dealing with. And like I said, most of them, they can't even speak the language anyway. So, they could be in front of their homegirl saying, I'm about to drug this dude tonight. And they wouldn't even know it.
Yeah. And like I said, if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to do the P for P and you are in these travel groups, I would get with like the P for P champ. That's if I was moving, that's what I would do. If I knew Ronan was like the P for P champ, like yo, that was his thing, I would reach out to him. Like, hey man, I'm trying to do this thing the right way. What should I do? Right? But guys, for whatever reason, they got too much pride, man. They don't want to look for help or ask for guidance or whatever.
Nobody wants to talk to Big Boss.
But yeah, I mean, these things unfortunately they're going to continue to happen. And all you can really do is just wish the best for guys that are traveling, man, because it's getting grimy.
Like the crazy part is that, like I said, you got a man that's got a whole family and wife and everything. And man, that's how embarrassing is that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. You got cats, they're going out the country, man, to and it's not even going out the country. It's just cats is getting jammed up, man. They're getting jammed up, not standing on their square with these women. They're not standing on their principles. And a lot of guys, they don't believe in what they say they believe in. Because a lot of people, I can come up here on this panel and talk some man shit to you, right? But I can talk it easily because it's who I really am, right? And my actions are in alignment with what I'm saying. You see, a lot of people, they talk the talk, but they not walking the walk, right? And you can hear the you can hear the contradiction. You can hear they're negotiating. They're bending the principles. You can hear that, and you can hear a lot of that in the conversations.
Right.
But as men, if you're gonna be messing around on your woman, man, you got to, man, you got to really be on.
Your
Really be
I's
on your A
dotted,
game.
your T's crossed.
And she got to look better than your woman.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you see the one that scoped this brother?
Nah, I didn't catch it.
You got to see the one that scoped him, and you got to see his wife too. So, just saying,
She was whack or what?
she looked better than the wife.
Oh, word, yeah. Well, at least he got that right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but man, it's kind of like I was telling the brothers earlier. Like, I've heard Andre say this. Those beautiful bottom feeders are getting dudes.
Yeah. And that goes back to having a standard. You got to have a standard for yourself, and the only way a man can have a standard for himself is to look into his past experiences, right, and get wisdom from those past experiences, which then births maturity and growth, right? Because through those past experiences, you can say what you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to put up with, what you're not willing to put up with. And that's a conversation that you got to have on your own. That ain't a conversation that you have on a panel. That ain't a conversation you have with your family. That's a you to you conversation. And unfortunately, a lot of men, they just don't have a standard with women. They just want to take anything. Or if she's hot, they willing to bend any direction with hopes to get to the box. Right? And that's when you start getting into these conversations about getting a return, guys spending their time, energy, and money. They think that way because they think that they're putting in all this time, energy, and money because they're dealing with women who don't want them. So when you're dealing with a woman that don't want you, you spending all this time trying to convince her to want you. Right? But when you deal with a woman that already wants you, she bunny hops liking you and being interested in you to immediately wanting you.
Right.
So when you deal with that kind of woman, you're sitting back on cruise control. There's no effort that you put in. She's working around your schedule. She's the one blowing up your phone. She's the one texting you up. She's willing to bend any direction because she wants you. And when a woman wants you, there's no choosing signals you need to look for because it's going to be in your face. And you ain't going to be able to miss it. Oh, well, man, she was staring at me. She was giving me man. Maybe she liked your haircut. Maybe you had nice teeth. Maybe she liked your shirt, right? That ain't her wanting you, right? A woman that wants you is the same way as you going into a store and you see those sneakers that you want. What do? You ask for your size, you try them on, and you go directly to the counter.
Wow.
I got a question for you, player with a passport, man. We see people like for instance like Austin Holloman making frequent trips and complaining about the women in these countries, and sometimes I think he said to one degree that I forgot what happened, but I don't know if he got into an argument or a fight, and he says, well, I'm a better looking guy and I can easily get these type of girls. What type of shit these girls are on? And da, da, da. Do you think those type of men either never had experience of being rejected from women, or they worked on themselves way too much that they think they know because of the way they look that they should be attracting all types of women or any type of woman they want, and when they get shut down by either women overseas, I mean, do you think that's kind of like a reality check for them, or is it just something that these girls are
on? Well, it's one thing to have confidence, but it's also another thing to be honest with yourself, right? Because a lot of people can have fake confidence. You know what I mean? It almost like a shield, right? But there's going to be certain things that take place in that person's experience where that confidence is going to get G-checked in a sense, and they're going to get brought back to reality, right? So what I see happening with a lot of guys traveling is they're using the travel as a crutch to hide their injury internally, right? Because there's a lot of men who've dealt with some real trauma when it comes to females.
Right.
True.
You know, heartbroken and they just never recovered. I got my heart broken when I was 17.
I think everybody
Yeah,
has.
everybody has.
Everybody's been through that. Yeah.
By the way, everybody witnessed. I just finished talking to my AI girlfriend that ain't really real. Y'all saw that. Right? Everybody keeps on saying she's AI.
Tell them why you got an AI
everybody
girlfriend.
thought she was an AI bot or some shit. That was a real actual phone call.
Is that what they said? Your girl was an AI bot?
Yeah, because she looks too perfect. They're like, there's no way she's fucking real. She's AI. Okay. Well, okay. We'll keep believing it.
Oh yeah, you talking about your what? Yeah, your woman's attractive.
Yeah.
Let's ask the panel if they think she's an AI bot or not.
Oh, they all saw her.
No, I've seen her.
Do most? I just want to read this real quick from the polls. Do most men who travel and travel on YouTube trick to date? 82% of people said yes. 18% of people said no.
What was the question?
They think 8% of people are tricking. They're not really necessarily dating.
Overseas or here in the States? Both.
Yeah, overseas.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Go ahead,
the
Robert.
ones that stay overseas for a long period of time, I don't think they're tricking. I think they're really dating. Anybody's going over there for a weekend warrior bullshit, yeah, they're tricking.
Yeah.
Ain't shit serious about
that's
that.
like half the goddamn travel space, though.
Exactly
Like
our point, and why people are selling dreams. Why dudes are selling dreams, and they, there's no way y'all serious, and you only there for fucking 4 days. You got some problems if you serious over a chick for 4 days.
Yeah. You know, you were talking to Andrew. You asked a question about Austin. I think this is what I kind of look. Now, like I said, I'm on the outside looking in, and I don't know this for fact, but this is what I feel. I feel that when he came back to Brazil, that white dude messed him up. I think it's like he was trying to get him into
the red beard guy.
Yeah, I think he messed him up.
Yeah.
And because
was that Brazil or Colombia? I thought it was Colombia. He
met him in Colombia, but they both wind up meeting each other in Brazil, and that's why he spent a lot of time in the Sao Paulo area. And I was like, brother, you saying you like black women, but you're not where they are. And then you're like, I'm not having the success that I want to have because of all these white Brazilians. I was like, well, get back where the black Brazilians are.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. You try
So
to
now he's in Kenya. So I was like, well, yeah, we should see a lot of content coming from him now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna go there, man. We'll just see how his personality changes. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of experienced a little bit of that in Costa Rica, but as soon as I started to move more inward, I didn't really get much of that. But that's the only country that I kind of experienced kind of racism. But
in Costa Rica,
San Jose.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never heard that one before. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was in Costa Rica for about 2 years. Just under 2 years.
It doesn't go for the whole of Costa Rica, but I've kind of experienced that from not mostly the women, but from the men.
Oh well, okay.
Would they
You're
have
gonna
you
always
go
get
to
opposition from the men.
They have you go to the blacks only water fountain?
No, it's just no, man. Come on, man. The blacks only.
Oh man.
Come on, man. No, they didn't do that. They didn't lead me like a donkey to the water, but they did do this though. Okay. It's just their demeanor on things when you ask questions or whatever. I don't know. It's the attitude, I don't want to be bothered with you type. That's kind of the energy I got from them.
From the men.
From the men, yeah. The men don't really like foreigners as much. They really don't.
I mean, would you like somebody coming in your country and taking your women and being richer than them? And they've sat there all their lives trying to get at them?
I would love their money though.
that goes back to the what we were talking about with what's his name in
There you go.
Kazakhstan or wherever he's at, like madness.
Here we go.
It's Black Madness.
No, flight madness.
Flight Madness.
Yeah, because you seen that story, right? Playing with Passport, right?
Yeah, man. Listen, man, that cat. I think he's a overall. I think he's a good cat.
I
You
do
know what I
too.
mean? He's definitely trying to do good as far as he's got his English teaching classes that he puts out there for people. But he just he one of them cats that I wasn't there for that situation, so I don't really know how. I can't really say, right? But he just seems like the type of cat that's he kind of just free spirited and a little naive. Definitely simping. You know, um, but I mean, he's been out the country for 10 years. He's been over in what Japan or where was he at?
China.
Japan.
China.
Yeah, China.
Are you talking about flight magic or whatever?
Flight madness.
Flight madness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
China.
yeah. He's been gone
China's
for
a
10
great
years.
spot.
Yeah, he's been gone. He speaks fluent Chinese.
Yeah. So when he come, he's probably operating on a different. Listen, when I was in Bogota for that 2 years, man, when I came back to the States, man, that was a brain fuck. You know what I mean? It was a brain fuck.
Yeah.
But I just think overall, he just one of them free spirited, little naive, definitely willing to do anything for the box, and that's from the words out of his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? He willing to go all out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but that comes with maturity too, man. Because I know if I'm in a bar with Ronan, right, and some shit pop off, we get in the tab.
Chilling.
Yeah, we get in the tab and we gone.
Yeah.
So
Matter of
So
fact,
would
the
you-
bouncers already know that's one person they won't have to worry about is me.
So let me ask Player and Roan, would you guys be able to fight off a couple of Colombians if they try to try you inside of a bar?
I've done that before, but I don't try to.
Oh.
Like I said, I always tip the bouncers. The bouncers already size me up anyway. I'm 6'2". Like I said, I walk around like a fucking tank. So they're already looking at me like, how the fuck are we going to take this guy down if we need to?
Right.
So I always greet them and let them know I'm the last person they need to worry about. Matter of fact, they might be looking at me for backup.
Right.
I usually sit with my back up against the wall so I can see the room. Just me.
Right.
So usually I'm getting dapped up by the bouncers anyway. When I come to the door, I tip them, let them know I'm cool about my business. So I'm the last person they had to worry about.
Right.
Somebody said that Americans should start invested into armed security when they go to Medellin, Colombia.
Not a bad idea, depending on who you are.
Well, you guys
armed
remember,
security man, hire armed security man.
Player with a passport. I know you remember this because I remember you in the chat. But remember the brother that was a few 7-8 months ago that went down to Colombia. He had
ARs and armored cars.
Yeah, armored car.
Wow.
And then he did all of this security measures only to go into the hood his last few nights with no security. He didn't get robbed, but I was like, man, what?
And I think he got his consultations was from BMT and Andre, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. He went like full tilt security, like bulletproof vehicle, armed guards, all to get him to his Airbnb.
Oh man, that's
Hey, who was the cat that did that?
It was a guy that was on a panel, like, man, it might have been 8 months ago, but it was on BMT's channel. And he went to Colombia, and he said he was going on there for business because he has a call center and something like that. He was going to meet call center people and try to strike up a business, but he was coming out of Texas, and I think he's in the Houston area. So he's coming out of Texas, flew past Mexico and all these other Spanish speaking countries, all to go all the way down to Colombia to talk about call center.
Well, you know what kind of call center he wanted, right?
Yeah, I think it was real estate or something.
Yeah, no, lies.
Oh shit.
What didn't we do a review of a video about a week or two ago, Drew? And it was a guy that set up a Colombian call center, but it was all about sex.
Yes, we
the
did.
Whole,
Yes,
the
we
whole
did.
cam shows and all that stuff that was going on down there, right there in the
Absolutely.
middle of the fucking city.
Yep, we called it.
So, I mean, if he's going down for a call center, that's the wrong place to be. That kind of call center.
Yep.
You going down there for cam girls, you definitely going in there for that.
Right. That kind of the real estate thing, that's where you go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
For that.
That would be a good spot. I mean, call centers over in Asia, period. Like, I wouldn't mind opening up a call center with my girl.
Yeah.
You know, after I got established, that would be a good side hustle. You
Well,
know?
see, I like that, Ronan.
But
I like that, Ronan. You know, because that's what I'm sorry, go ahead, Drew.
No, go ahead, player. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I was just gonna say, Ronan, what you just said, man, that's what it's about. You know, you said, yeah, man, I'd open up a call center with my girl. You know what I mean? It's putting your girl in position. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna put a couple kids in there, man. I want to make sure I got a legacy for those kids too.
Yeah, cats ain't moving like that, man. They just trying to they just trying to get that.
If I can't own it, I'm gonna inhabit it.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, that's real stuff though, man. You know, and that's the position of a man.
And I told her, I said I wouldn't. Here's the thing. The one thing we forgot, the strongest thing in our community that we forgotten was family.
Yeah.
We used to have, 5 and 10 family members, brothers and sisters in one family. Then you had the aunts and aunties. And then if somebody owned a business, everybody worked within that same business to help it grow. Kind of like what the Mexicans are doing here in America.
Yeah.
Okay. So your strongest unit should be your family. Should be. Right now, a lot of our family, you can't even trust half of the ones that are in your family. They're looking to take from you quicker than a stranger will. So while I know that her family is a solid unit, as I go into it, I would be looking to put her family in certain positions to support us in whatever business ventures we have. 1, so they could benefit from it. 2, so when I travel, I know I have reliable people still continue to run the business while we're still doing the things we want to do, which is travel.
Right.
So why wouldn't you want a strong unit like that in support of you when you're going to a whole other country where you don't know anybody?
Right. And that's the way it should be. You know, guys, they just trying to, they so busy trying to get this feeling that's going to last as long as it takes to blink an eye that they can't see forward. You know?
Yeah. But
just
you know
as a
what,
man
Ronan,
in general, you're supposed to put your woman in position. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give her some game. Like Andre from Love Crossing Borders, he's giving cats the fucking playbook, but niggas just don't see it. You know what he do? He came down there with whatever amount of money he came with. He got his little YouTube thing popping off. Then what he do? Put his girl on with a YouTube channel. Gave her the game. You know what I mean? That as a man, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. But in your case, Ronan, man, culturally, we've heard the nightmare stories when you go that country specifically, that you become the bank for everybody. And that's the thing you gotta avoid is that you want to set up your girl, but man, it seems like everybody comes out the woodworks thinking that
I'll speak on that as well. Like, I'm going to tell you, in the Philippines, there is a law that all the children of that couple have to support the mother and father in retirement. That's a law. They can literally go to jail for not supporting their family because there is no
I take care of
retirement.
my mother's stuff right now.
But again, exactly, I do the same thing with my mother. And how could I not expect them to want to do that for their own family? But then again, like I said, if I'm willing to open up businesses and have the family working within the business, is that not support?
Right.
But am I benefiting from it at the same time?
Yeah.
There's always a workaround. If you think outside the box and I think it's a limiting thing, it could be a benefit.
Right.
Because they're going to want that business to profit too, because why? They're eating off of it.
Yeah, hope
it's not just coming out of my pocket. They're working to eat off of that.
Right. But the thing about it too, also, Ronan, you got to teach people business too, because you are going to a third world country that they don't know our business. A lot of people have less than a high school education, and many of them, just the stories I've heard, they may give them a store, but they don't know how to run and operate the store. They don't know how to rotate.
They don't know overhead. They don't know return on investment.
Yeah, they don't know any of that. So you're gonna
cost
have to teach.
expenditures. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna have to teach.
I've been a trainer pretty much 10, 15 years out of my life. I've taught people how to sell. I've worked in executive level Fortune 100 companies. So, and that's right up my alley. So I don't mind structuring things for people so that they know how to make it work. And that's one of my benefits as I can teach as well as make money. I can teach you how money works. I can teach you how to form a company structure from the ground up.
All right. And Drew, another thing is that, see, as a leader and as the man who, the head of the house, it's your duty and it's your job to identify people's strengths.
Yes.
Right. So they may not be good with the logistics and all that other stuff, but maybe the brother is a good handyman. Right. So your brother, so he becomes like, like you're kind of your maintenance guy. Right. Maybe another person's strength is their friendliness. Right. So now they in charge of any type of customer service issues. Right. So it's your duty to identify the strengths within individuals so that you can then put them in the right positions.
Right.
It's like being a quarterback on a team. Like, hey man, I need me a wide receiver that can kill it down the field. I need another wide receiver, man, that can give me the short plays. I need a running back that can, right? You got to put the team together.
You're right. You absolutely
and if
do.
the team is already in place, you got to identify the strengths, and you got to, you got to motivate, right? That's another key thing as a leader or just the head of your family. You got to motivate, man. You got to be an inspiration, and you
got to
do
be
all
able
of
to
those
motivate,
things.
identify their shortcomings, their strengths, and accentuate both.
Right.
And
they'll follow you through your actions. As long as your actions is solid and in alignment with your with the words that you preaching, homie, they're gonna follow behind you, even a woman. Especially a woman.
Facts.
Well said. Well said.
I guess we can close it up, man. We're 4 hours in this, man. It was good show, man. Good shit.
Yeah.
Anybody want to give any?
That brother lost his life over it, but yeah, it was great live.
Yeah. That is sad. It's a sad situation, but hopefully we could all learn from this, and travel a whole lot smarter.
I would say awareness off the top, man. Even if you're in a country where you don't think it can happen, it can still happen. This guy's in Brazil, our brother QB in Ecuador. So it's not just Colombia anymore.
No.
Right.
This organization is everywhere. It's just a worldwide thing now, where especially since this whole pandemic situation, man, these people are hungry. They don't care. That's why I'm not I'm not in a hurry to want to travel to different countries right now, man. I want to see how this whole politics plays off with what's going on in our country, because whatever happens in this country usually is a reflection of everywhere around the world, man.
It can affect it, yes.
So
hey,
we got to see. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel bad because it's like I'm coming in and Drew, I feel like, damn, I keep cutting him off.
No, you good. No,
bad,
go ahead.
Man.
No, you good. Go ahead. Speak your piece, man. Go ahead.
Nah, man. I was gonna say, man, it was kind of like touching on a subject y'all had covered a while back or whatever. But for the guys that's they trying to get these females or whatever, I saw you guys did a bit on about those tours. The dating tours.
Oh yeah, we did. It's a
I'm
video
100%.
series called Love for Sale.
Oh,
Yeah.
those reviews, the reaction videos. The one in China, and it was another guy in, where was he?
And he was in Medellin.
Medellin, yeah.
Hey, those are 100%. I was gonna go. My man went to 2 of them.
Really?
How much did he
Yep,
pay?
back
So
in
yeah,
20.
give us some insight on that, because I've
Fellas.
seen them online. Then I saw the TV show that Drew G recommended review, but I've seen those websites and the actual YouTube channels that actually have those on there. How did your boy fare? Did he find somebody legit? Or?
Hey, listen, it's like this, right? When we all see it the same way, like, yo, man, like, man, you got to be a man, dude, you got to be a sorry lame motherfucker. Look at these sorry motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's how I was looking at it, man. This was back in like 2015. No, this was back in 2016. And my man went to one out in Ukraine, right? He said there was like 200 females there.
Wow.
You know, and then he went to another one in the DR, right? So the lens that we got to look at, the lens you got to see this thing through is check this. Take and we just talking about mindsets, right?
Correct.
Take Ronin mindset, take Uncle Gun's mindset, take QB, and take my mindset, and put us in that situation. You feel me now? Like, what you think we gonna do? We're gonna clean up. We're gonna clean up because it's gonna be a turkey shoot. Right?
You put that many women in a room, we definitely gonna figure out which one's legit.
Man, we're gonna clean house, man. Forget all that. Because again, I was like, man, you trying to get married? He's like, nah, man. I'm like, bro, you can't be doing that lame ass shit. I think he paid like 40-something hundred, right?
Yeah, I heard it was expensive. Somebody that night we were doing that review said about $7,000.
Yeah. Well, they got different packages. Listen, I was gonna go. I was gonna go, and then the a situation happened on the rig I was working. We had a fatality, and they shut us down for a couple weeks, so I couldn't move. Right.
Yeah.
So, but I was 100% going, right, because I understood it from the different perspective, right? Because it's you put me in a room with 200. do you feel me?
I will never have to do any cold calling ever again or any cold approach. I have a phone book full of contacts.
Bruh. And my man, when he went to the Ukraine, what's the capital of Ukraine?
Kiev.
Kiev. Nah, not that one. It starts with a DC. Odessa. Is that it? I think it's called Odessa. I mean, I don't know if that's the capital.
Yeah, Odessa.
Okay. He went to the one in Odessa, man, and he's like, yo, Sheen, man, this shit was off the chain. I'm like, well, what do you
Ukrainian
mean?
women are beautiful too.
Bruh, he had so many, right? Because again, I'm like everybody else, like, man, you trying to get married? And the thing is this: how many times have you had female fellas who wanted to settle down with you? She wanted to be with you, but you just ran your play.
Right.
You know, you just did what you do. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing. That's the same thing my man did. And like I said, I was 100% going to go because again, I'm like, yo, imagine me in a room of 200. Right.
That's
I'm going to run my play, bro. I'm going to run my
I'm going to be
play.
honest with you. I'm going to take the opposite route, man. I don't want to go to places where a lot of other travelers is going to.
But they're not. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because they're looking at it like everybody else.
How many travelers are going to put $4,500 to $7,000 down to meet a chick?
Right.
Ain't a lot of
include airfare.
That's
not to meet a chick. Not to meet a chick. To meet 100.
Yeah.
Again, it's the turkey shoot. I mean, think about what guys are doing, right? They going on these apps. They filling out the app all the right way. They're swiping. Then they got to vet the chick. These chicks they already vetted. You know, are you going to get some bullshit that slipped through the cracks? I'm sure, but they already vetted, right? Mentally, they going to already be on the level, right? As far as not being on some little bullshit, right? And if you, again, depending on who you are, I know what I can do. You understand?
Yeah,
I know what
Mikey.
I'm gonna do. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's
it'll
right.
be a straight turkey shoot for me.
Mike C. Yeah,
And it
that's
ain't
right.
about
It's
trying to find one main one or nah. I'm gonna go
Right.
do what I do.
You said you on first squad, second squad, third squad.
I'm going.
Hey,
And my
you
man
know what?
cleaned up when he was in the DR.
You know what? Just to add
oh
on
really?
something with Colombia,
Yep.
just to add on something with Colombia, I've got homegirls, well, not homegirls, I should say. I say just girls that add me from Colombia on Facebook, right? I'm looking at one of these girls' profile. Man, let me tell you something. She came up really quick. She's got an American dudes offering her contracts now on doing certain things. And these are white American men that are going to Colombia. They're getting certain high intel type of women to do porn shoots, to do all types of stuff. I should say corn, to do corn shoots and all types of stuff. And I'm saying to myself, wow, like it's just amazing to me that, I don't know, man. I just think
This is
it's
gonna sound crazy, but I know webcam girls that wouldn't even do a porn shoot.
Yeah, we gotta say corn.
I'm sorry, corn shoot.
Corn, yeah, corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, that dating event did that was actually kind of cool. I thought it was. But when you get a chance, play with the passport, watch the Chinese version of it.
I'm telling you, you put me in a room full of 200.
I don't know if you're gonna.
he replaying the whole play right now.
Yeah.
He running that whole play in his head right now. I already know.
I would
version, man.
I would 100% attend one of those, and I wouldn't give a damn what anybody thought. You know what I'm saying?
Chinese
For real.
version might be kind of harder, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna drop the Chinese version in the back chat so you can copy and paste it into something that you can refer to later. To
Yeah,
play with
because
the
the
passport.
Chinese version, they're looking at your like what calendar, when you were born, and what animal.
Oh yeah,
you
they look
are
at
in the
the
Chinese
animal
calendar.
and yeah.
Hey man, she could. Hey, listen, she could do
Wow.
all her
We might
horoscope
have to look at that Chinese one in the future
readings.
Yeah,
she could do her palm readings, bruh.
too. Make
Once I
sure your
pull out the
ass is
playbook,
way.
hey,
Feng
listen.
sway your ass before she gets with you.
Yeah, once I pull out the playbook, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, it's a wrap. But like I said, my dude, when he went to the one in Ukraine, he definitely represented, because it's just from what he explained to me, you got women, yeah, they looking for a dude. You know what I'm saying? They looking for a serious relationship, But you got women there, just like you got women that these guys they going on these apps, they looking for serious relationships. Does that mean you got to get in a serious relationship? Or can you run your play? Right? That's like, these dudes, they can run they play on a pro, but they can't run they play on a regular chick. Right.
But
So
you
to
got
me,
some dudes, but you
you
also got
limited
some
in your
dudes.
skills.
You also got dudes that are paying pros to be their girlfriend, man.
Well, that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
the GFE, right?
Sugar dating shit.
That's the GFE right there in full effect.
Yeah,
that's girlfriend experience.
Yeah, but some are
selling the girlfriend experience for clicks and views.
I could understand the girlfriend experience because I played the girlfriend experience. That's okay. If you're on a short-term trip, that's cool. Play the girlfriend experience. There's nothing wrong with that. You could be with a pro or a non-pro if you want to do that. That's up to your description. I don't care what people do, to be honest with you. But what concerns me is that when guys are giving the information to people who are not aware that there's a marketing perspective of why they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
Especially when I'm a dating consultant and I'm going to teach you how to get these foreign women, but they don't even know a lick of Spanish. They don't even know the culture. They never even been there or even lived there. They just probably been there for like a couple seconds and go to the next country. That's
so Andrew. Let me ask you this:
if you can't win in the United States, you got no business giving no advice.
So Andrew, let me ask you this real quick: how do you feel about Zoe? Because when I look at Barber World, I automatically see this is fake. Like, yo, this.
I'm gonna keep it real with you about Zoe. I talked about the brother before, and to be quite honest with you, I've seen the pinky girl chick that he was with in Colombia. She for the streets, man.
But here's the thing with him. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's honest.
Yeah, he's
he
honest.
says, I'm looking for 3 girlfriends,
Right.
1 in each country he has a permanent residence in. Okay. That's grown man shit. Okay. When I'm in town, she's available. I used to do this shit. When I'm in town, you need to be available.
Right.
When I'm not in town, I don't give a fuck what you do. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Same thing with Skylar. You know, people give Skylar shit all the time, but he's straight up. He's straight up. You know, that's why I never I don't have no issues with that cat.
You're not gonna drive me crazy when I'm not in town. There's no fucking way.
Right.
And anybody says they can deal with that and know that they can trust a woman like that, and they know that this woman knows there's 2 other chicks you hanging out with. Like he even brought up on a live or something that while he was in Thailand, Pinky was calling him a little jealous because she saw some of the videos he was putting out with the Thailand chick. Like, yo, know your position. I'm not there. What you expect me to do?
Right.
You know, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. If I got 3 properties and I want 3 solid ones instead of taking one around with me, personally, the way I would work it, I would have 3 properties that I would take me and my chick to travel around to.
Right.
Instead of having 3 different girlfriends. That's a lot of fucking confusion to me.
Well, some people want to try that polygamous relationship. I was offered that quite a lot in Colombia, and I noticed one thing I can say is I can say this, and I don't think a lot of travelers really talk about this too about Colombia. It's very overly sexualized, like from even the paintings and the museums and the artwork. You go downtown
That's a
Medellin,
fact.
you see statues of naked people. I'm like, damn, this is a very overly sexualized country.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. They got the
you know what I'm talking about. You see them
yeah. He got his whole joint hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
What the
Yeah, the whole joint, and people taking pictures in front of it.
People taking pictures in front of a man's long ass schlong hanging across their face. And you
Where's
got
this at? Where's this at?
In Medellin.
That's crazy work, man. Really?
Yeah.
It's artwork.
100%. Yeah, man. They got some.
See, a lot of travelers don't talk about that, though.
They ain't going to see no sights, man. Dudes ain't going nowhere like that.
We all
they
know
going
this.
to. It's definitely a sight to see.
Yeah, yeah.
These dudes ain't going to travel like that. That's why you seeing. That's why, like you said, the night, yo, we're gonna see guys starting to get jammed up with this itinerary thing. They just going down there.
You know what's so crazy too? Go ahead.
No, we're waiting on you. You did the punchline. Now we want to close.
I was just gonna say this, right? I was just gonna drop this. You know what's so crazy, guys, is that my cab driver, when I said, "Hey, I want to see the monuments and the museums in downtown Medellin," he looked at me crazy.
Yeah, now you know why.
Yeah. You ain't here to see no damn monuments. That's what he said.
Or you want to stare at some song. I'm like, yo, pause.
I said, yeah. He says, well, that's kind of weird because most of the men come here. They just want to see some titties and ass. They want to see girls. So the girls are all over the place. But I said, yeah, I mean, that's okay, man. But I'm on vacation. I want to explore. I want to see what else is out there besides just the chicks. But
Andrew, where's that chick from? The one he just popped the picture up from.
Oh, these wonderful street hookers.
Get it out.
Is this one of your personal pictures?
Oh, a man does not kiss.
Do you know her religiously?
A man does not kiss and tell. No. No, this ain't my personal picture. No.
Oh,
This is off of Google.
I mean, like we said, if you're gonna go get a 10, go get a 9, go get an 8.
Yeah, this is in Parker Ellis. You know, pretty sure people are familiar with those areas.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't been to Columbia yet.
Me
I don't know
either.
if I want to go down
go,
there.
Me either.
You go, man. Check out Bogota.
If I go, I'm going to be taking somebody with me, so it'll definitely be for the sights and the
That's a
coffee.
good look.
Because Columbia is about coffee, right? I'd like to go see some coffee farms.
You said go to Bogota?
Yeah, Bogota's off the chain.
Yeah.
Bogota's definitely off the chain. I like how Ronan would talked about the families, about the United States families, and that's something I really like about the cigar industry, Ronan, is that these things pass through generation to generation to generation to generation. And I really love that world, man.
Yeah, that's an art form.
Yeah. Because I'm going to be going to Cuba and Nicaragua.
All right, shall we play this? Hopefully there's no music in this. Is there?
What is this one? This is the Chinese one? Oh, you're going to play it? Oh, you're going to run it. Let's go.
Run it.
Let's go. He said, I got time today.
I was going to run but what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it
no music
13 or
no music.
Just put fair use on the ticker.
No music. I mean not
PG and say fair use.
Yeah, but they don't care. Oh, well, it's all right. I'm gonna put it in fast mode anyways. So the speed mode is always the copyright shit.
Yeah, they got the corniest.
You put it on normal, then
ever.
Everything I thought I wanted. Like this. I forgot everything. My mind.
That's square. Imagine me up in there.
On the tour right now. I'm coming to Shenzhen, and I came here.
Huh? What'd you say?
He says he can tell he's already a square.
He is.
I don't even
He's
think
a
they
real
showed
square.
his face. Yeah.
He's a real square.
That voice alone is straight square.
And I'm coming with 9 rejection letters. And John Adams said,
all right, let me run it.
New York, I'm one of the clients that's on the tour right now. I'm coming to Shenzhen, and I came here like a day ago, and I'm coming with 9 rejection letters. And John Adams said, about a week or two before you go, write a couple of letters, let them know that you're coming to town. And let me tell you, I don't sound like Santa Claus or they're happy to see me or anything, because I get 9 rejection letters. I get the ones that says not interested, and then I get double that says not compatible. It's not looking good, okay? Gotcha. This is a man's life.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to mute that shit. I'm glad your shit is skipping because it's fucking up the algorithm.
Let's say James ain't allowed to get that much.
Yeah.
Everybody to Shenzhen.
Paper form.
Commercial.
God damn it! Don't
Bro,
tell me we gonna have a
somebody
whole bunch
send
of
his
commercials.
brother a cash app so he can pay for his goddamn YouTube.
Hey, Ronan, you gotta show Andrew how to run that ticker and.
All right, so we're going to go over the agenda here just a little bit, and then some of the etiquettes to do at the social events. So tomorrow night, you'll be meeting your interpreters at 6. The socials are a lot of work. They're very tiring, because basically you're going out on 30, 40, 50 dates almost, all in one night.
The first you meet your translator and tell her your information, your job, what kind of lady do you like? And then you go to a table, you can say, hey, hello, this is Robert. And you mark the one you like inside. And if the girl says, no, I don't want to give it to him, that's fine. Everyone has a choice. Don't upset. I have it.
And pay the girls, but be polite, introduce yourself, talk to them, give them respect. You always want to make sure every table has a good opinion of you when you leave, because you don't know how many of these girls communicate with each other afterwards.
Write down as much as possible, ladies, contact your information both nights.
You're going to make a lot of new friends. You guys can all meet back in the evening time, exchange war stories. You're in a really cool city, and you're going to be going out on dates. You're going to be seeing a lot of things. So just enjoy this whole experience. And don't take anything too serious. If one girl isn't interested, just move to the next table. Does anybody have any questions? Feedback?
I can't marry a pig because that's my.
See, you have very easy. He's very hard.
Your definition of pig is different.
Wow.
Imagine me. Look.
I'm a snake and he's a snake, so we both are incompatible with Year of the Pig, so we will not date pig. I was going through a very tough divorce, and because of that, I never wanted to get married again. That's number one, because it was painful enough. And then one day I saw it on YouTube, and then they had, how you can find a foreign bride. And I liked China, and then I said, there's got to be a guaranteed way that you can never get divorced. And I just said,
not guaranteed.
The double match system. And the way the double match system is. One on the western side, there's one on the zodiac. Western side, I am an Aquarius. Aquarius people are compatible with Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Leo. And then on the Chinese side, I was born in the year of the snake. Now the snakes are compatible with ox and rooster are the two top. We're also compatible with other snakes, dragon, and monkey. So that's all I was looking for.
Yeah, like a suit and tie. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're not going to work. You're going to date.
So I'm gonna wear like a shirt and then one button at the bottom and open the shirt like this.
What?
and she's gonna look inside.
Michael, you need to be serious in the dating because
where's this guy coming from?
America, I guess.
I think he's from Boston or somewhere like that, Massachusetts.
And he need all the help he can get.
He does.
He's super corny. He's super corny.
Yes,
your man's looking at his horoscope, like I get along with this.
Yeah.
Like,
well, at least because the whole Chinese system, he can eliminate so many girls because they're going to look at the same thing and say, well, you're not of the year that I can actually date, so we're not compatible. So the process of elimination should be quicker for him.
Yeah, and that's why the girls, he's getting the letters from the girls saying not compatible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're into that astrology, bro.
I go over there, man. I'll give her some astrology.
Right.
I'll give her some astrology for real.
I've been seeing a lot of Asian women, bro. I'm just like, I'm committed now, so I can't go back for right now. But I've been looking between Korea and China. One of them.
You're looking for a girlfriend, not looking for a long-term relationship.
No, I want to be like Jim Carrey. Do you know Jim Carrey in the movie called Mask?
Oh gosh!
Maybe sometimes you scare the lady off.
I need to be a gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah, calm down.
You just pay attention to your behavior. You'll be better.
Be a gentleman.
Like, if you
No.
Oh, what's going on? You
as Mr. Bean.
Hey, pause it
This
real
is a
quick.
straight clown.
Hey, pause it real quick, Drew. Hey, now this is the quality of cat that's going over there. Imagine playing with a passport walking up in there.
Knocking up in there, come clean dressed.
Come on, man.
Ready to impress.
Man, come on, man. It's going down.
At least he put a suit on. It's not helping his posture though.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is horrible. This dude
Oh
is
my
horrible.
god. What did Mr. G call?
So if you start at 1, go to 2, go to 3, do not deviate from the numbering system. Start and good time and meet that special someone.
大家玩得愉快，谢谢。
It was moving from when self-introductions really down pat, and first two would intro out, but they were not as good as maybe when you're third table. You kind of got your self-introduction kind of in a pattern and stuff. I had some energy, and they collected, and then I showed a video of me doing my salsa dance, and at the end of it, I thought I did kind of okay, and then Ken comes over to me and says, "Oh, you're doing good. You got." I don't know what he said. I got as long as it was not COVID. I came in here as a 0, and now he's saying, "No, you're going to be a hero."
That's right.
You know, but I didn't believe
you are going to be a hero.
Tomorrow, Michael will eat all of his bird.
Yes, he needs to calm down.
You dance for 4 hours yesterday night.
And then you can do.
You can, yes. I think that you.
James Brown.
This is Michael's life.
No, please stop.
No,
Please
everybody had girls waiting. I had no girls that said, "I'm waiting for you."
Did you make a date?
Not yet. We are going over.
Bro, is your troll up in here?
And I said, "Who's that people want?"
Did your troll just climb up in the room?
So we're going crazy. So tomorrow I'm meeting my interpreter to find out which number belongs to which account. I cannot.
You have no idea which lady.
Yes.
So then you can ask the ladies to send you the live picture, live video. Then you can see whether they look similar with their live, with their studio pictures. Yes, of course. This is my working experience. Work with me. I worked for the site more than 10 years.
Oh really?
Of course.
So do I have a chance?
Of course. When you meet me, you have successful house.
Oh.
I will arrange many dates for you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Good luck. That you have enough energy.
Jesus, this is bad.
Oh my goodness. They're gonna try to poison that dude if he ever got married. What the hell?
We were, me and my translator were a little bit slow, but that does salsa, and I'm like, really? Yeah. Okay. Who is she? Send me a picture, and she sends me a picture of this, and I'm like, boom, and she was a double match, and she's a rooster, an 80% match.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I got a list from one of the agencies, and the agency was nice enough to say, hey, we'll look at what the horoscopes were and age and so forth. And then out of that, I said, I like 1, 2.
I would be yawning through their entire orientation, like, yo, I'm good.
My God. Yeah, get me to a table with some chicks around it, please.
Right, I'm good. I don't need
I don't
no
need
help.
to know all the mathematical shit. I know human nature.
Right, I'm good. Yeah, I think I would have to lay off the Asian one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
He's wound up real tight though. I got like, God damn, dude.
It's not
Fuck, damn.
After 10 minutes, I still have.
See, even the chick standing next to him, like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? Who wound you up today?
Right. Right. They feeling bad for the girls. You could, yeah. I was thinking the
Probably
same
never had
thing,
any ass
dude.
before, man. But these guys don't get no ass though, man. Let's just be real. Like they get hit.
Well,
with
he
ugly
just
tax,
came out of
man.
a divorce. So my thing is, dude, are you amped up this much in real life? Because one, the girl's gonna look at like, no, you're gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to fucking kill you. Or you're amped up now, but your normal life, you're fucking boring as hell. One of the two.
Right.
Just came out of
It's not
divorce
this way,
and probably in a sexless marriage too.
Probably so.
Oh,
yep.
That's bad.
Is this a course of things to come that could possibly potentially happen in America, where the men become beta male biatches?
What?
I don't know what you would call him, man. We would call him weird.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the geek squad.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Not there's anything wrong with the good geek, you know what I mean?
Translator, and I lost that. So, see you later.
Wow.
On the Saturday social, I gained some confidence.
See, he's that dude that would cop block you or some shit like this.
Oh,
but I don't really care about this. This is my vacation, and like I said, I'm just gonna have fun and just gonna go out there, just just light it up and have fun. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about me. Hi, ladies. Hello. Hi, how are you? Everybody good? Yeah. Yes. She got 1, 2, 3. She got 3 watermelons. She's gonna do here. Oh, Michael. Michael. Yes. I don't know now.
Oh Lord.
I love watermelon.
His energy level's at a 50. He needs to calm down to about a 5 or 6. Lean back, bro. God damn.
Yo.
No caffeine for you for
type
fucking
of coke he
month.
on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he on some shit, bro. Vitamin B12, caffeine. He done took every energetic goddamn thing he could possibly think of right now. God damn.
Oh man.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself,
but I was born in Korea,
like, this is
and
my
I came over to New
competition.
York when I was 5 years old, so I can speak Korean, and I also can speak
Hey. Yeah, man.
You worse than a fucking chick, dude.
Japanese
Calm the
because
fuck down.
I worked as an
You
English
got
teacher in
no
Osaka, Japan.
swag.
Japanese, anybody?
Just a little bit.
They're not even excited. They're looking at her more than they're looking at him.
That's a fact, bro.
Oh, こうですか? お名前はこうですか? そうなんですか? 知らんかった.
No more, please. I just need to
それはダメ. So,
You're in
I can
China,
speak
bro.
Korean, I
They
can
don't
speak
care
Japanese,
that
because
you
I
know
live in New York.
Japanese.
In New York, everybody comes from everywhere else, so I have good ears. You can jump on shutter.
They look bored to death, man.
Yeah, they're not even really looking or
Those
interested
girls
in
are
them. They're
bored.
like next. They're like next. Body language alone.
Why does
Next.
he dre-
Even the one
why
in the
does-
grave. She's like,
Why is he dressed like
Yeah.
that? Why has he got those suspenders?
he's showing his age, bro.
Man, I would have
That is the
already,
old man swag
bro.
right there.
I would have already read the table as soon as I sat down. I would have zeroed
Like,
in.
that's a no go. Yeah, that's a no go.
Yep. Like, yo, let's move to the next table.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
at least he
that's-
could dress a little young for his age, man, because some girls are attracted to that. just a little younger. Get a little bit more modern, man. This man got suspenders on and shit.
Nah, he just
God damn, suspenders?
he's like a cyborg or something, man. Like
What they had back in the day in the 80s, they had uppers and downers. This motherfucker needs a downer for real.
Yeah.
This dude needs to take it down a whole bunch of notches.
Yeah,
for real.
Nobody needs to see a grown man
So that would be
that amped up.
The Godfather's like this. You insult me. You come to my house.
Oh, that's great.
You come to my house and you bring me this. This is insulting.
I like that.
You insult the Godfather. You insult the
At
Godfather.
least he got somebody rooting for him.
Everybody get down. I am the governor of California. I am Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Look at her face. She's like really shocked. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Look at the chick on the end. Look at the one on the end.
With the
She ain't
phone
paying-
in her face. Right, yes, she's done. She got the phone up like, who's next?
Did he just get turned down by the whole table?
Pretty much.
Yo,
You
he
start
in there
doing those
acting like the
impersonations?
Godfather and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Loud
Got
as
rejected
hell.
by the whole table. Damn.
Now imagine he gets up from the table.
I didn't have
He
many
walks
friends, but I had a
away,
great-
and now player with a passport pulls up to that same table,
Oh,
just
they have to see
bleeding
you.
confidence.
Like, God damn, thank you, Lord Jesus, a breath of fresh air.
Just bleeding
Imagination.
confidence.
And so that's how I was able to do all these voices. That's why.
You are funny. That's crazy. You are funny.
But they're not good.
So like,
Interesting guy.
Yeah, interesting.
well, okay. So if you're interested,
Interesting
we
guy.
might
That
contact you.
sounds
Okay,
like
thank you.
friend
All right, thank
zone.
you. 11. Oh, we go back to 1. Oh shit, we're gonna go. So I don't think we're gonna have that.
Slow down.
He's never been around this amount of women in his entire life.
Oh my
They
God.
wanted, I think, this guy or older.
Everybody else is talking to each other. They're not even looking at him.
He dancing at the table.
Right.
Older, so she likes walls.
The one in the black dress got her arms folded.
I just, we just lit it up.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
You just got to do what you have to do to differentiate yourself from anybody else.
But yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. One more time. I was really honored. They were like, "Are you part Chinese?" I said, "I'm very honored."
She's like, I'm
He
done.
said, "No, thank you."
Yeah, exactly. I'm done.
But I'm actually
Yeah.
Korean.
Chinese.
I'm sorry?
Like Chinese.
I know, but it's okay.
Do you speak Chinese?
No, I did a lot of salsa moves, and the ladies were impressed
Why?
with it. That's how it worked.
Remember Thursday night, he was so nervous he wasn't going to be.
Damn,
I can't.
that was a hard watch.
Yeah. What did Mr. G call Zed? A damn car crash or something like a crash out.
Crash out.
This dude is a crash out.
Damn.
Beat anybody.
Well, hey, Drew, do you have your fan in here?
No, he's a snake, so I'm a snake, so I have to have either rooster or
Huh?
I think your fan is at the
Have
bottom
what?
of the chat. Kim123.
God, come on, man. Hey,
No,
Drew.
man.
Drew, when
Is
am I
that
getting a
him?
wrench, man? When am I getting a wrench?
Troll, bro.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Is that your boy?
Yeah, let me give you a wrench.
He's been missing you?
No, man, it's a troll, bro. It's a troll, man. It's a troll.
Oh, we know who it is,
I
man.
have
We
trolls,
know
man.
who that guy is.
Oh. That's not the real one, though.
It's somebody. No, that's not the real one. That's a troll. That's a troll. It gotta be, yeah, that's a troll. Because he doesn't have his face up, but he wouldn't put his face up on the screen. He don't do that. Hey, Drew G, you gotta type something in the chat so that way I can get the wrench. I got
thought
you.
I put something in the
Play the
chat.
passport. You got a wrench? I ain't got you either for a wrench, do I?
You said what?
I put something in the chat before.
I ain't
I
got
didn't
you
know
a
he
wrench
wanted the
either.
wrench. I didn't know he wanted the
I
wrench.
didn't know you did. I didn't know you want a wrench.
wrench?
Man. Just go ahead. Hit something, Drew G. You gotta type in there so I can hit you with the wrench.
Hold on.
Yeah, you
All
gotta
right.
type something.
Play with the passport has the wrench.
I ain't gonna be on here too long, man, because I wanna get past this video and then wrap it up and shit. But all right,
Yeah,
let's
we're
go ahead
doing
and do that.
good.
What's the wrench mean?
Oh, it gives you superpowers. You're Batman.
Show me a picture of June. Now come over here. Let's take a look at June.
It's just
Okay. So I talked to June and I said, June, can you send me a picture of you? She says, this is me. And I said, that's not the one in white. That's the other one. I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble now. Ah, no, it's the wrong girl.
Oh my God. This dude.
And then I show up for the date and again, this is no.
Yo, this dude is so animated, bro.
Oh man.
It's crazy.
See, he would be the dude that would cop block you on some shit.
I just because right now
He's doing the most.
I just can't find out more content details, but it's easy to I covered before because the customer just let me pick up the phone. They're interested in all the table, all the pictures.
So let me ask you. So
He's not good at coaching though. He does not take instruction.
This is what happens.
He thinks he knows.
You never see on YouTube because AFA does not want you to know these things.
I don't know if this has ever happened.
You know those guys that think they know it all and they don't know shit?
Girl from Friday
That's
night.
him.
I tried to give her a
This motherfucker is wearing pajamas.
compliment and say,
oh, man.
you know, I
about to have
gave
me
this guy a
cussing
lead
up
and
in
say,
here.
look, date this girl. This girl's really good.
I know
girl.
none of you
I'll give it up to
motherfuckers wear pajamas
This is
to
so
bed.
disgusting. You should go and date some more girls and have a good time. You don't think I can date other people for real? And it made me a challenge, and I got angry and said, all right, give me that list. I looked up all the girls and I said, I want the hottest girl out there. And then I saw this profile and I said, wow, is that gorgeous? So I call up the other agency and I just said, okay, I want to date with her. And I'm like, I hope it comes through. Maybe I should be careful about this one now.
Maybe you forgot the animal side. Yeah, not like my grandmother. Even my grandmother,
Yeah, what
she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, even my mother. You are like the
She
all
trying to
time
hook
same.
him up
You know
with
what?
her
She is very beautiful.
grandmother.
She's attractive.
Yeah. So,
I don't know anything about her. All I know is that she's incompatible with. You're a tiger, and you were born the year of the tiger, and I was born the year of the snake. So, and she said, "So we fill the horoscope all wrong. I'm not the year of tiger." And I says, "So then, what are you then?" And then she says, and she shows me her ID, and she says she was born in 1988, and that happens to be a year of the ox or the cow, and that's my #1 match. After that, I'm having a date with another lady.
Oh, she don't look too bad though.
Oh, they work on these photos, believe me.
What y'all think?
What happened to Drew G? You drop out?
Oh, what do you mean?
Huh?
I don't know. What happened to him?
Yo, this dude
He
is
said,
pretty
yo.
smart, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Juji, you're officially a mod. I thought I
I'm
made you
back
a mod.
in.
All right.
I just got
Well,
back in.
Okay.
Oh, you did?
Well, you should have your wrench now in
Okay, cool.
Drew's room.
Getting rid of all
You got
lady
your
boys.
rank?
I'm getting rid of all lady boys coming over to Andrew's channel.
Oh shit!
That's
Yep,
right.
Yep. You need your lady
Ain't
boy
doing
guard dog. That's him. He gonna ninja
Yeah, man.
assassin them.
You're damn right.
All right, play this geeked up dude, man. This dude is way too high.
Who is amazing in knockout. And the thing about it is, all of these ladies, they're saying yes. Now, let me tell you, if I was and I asked out these ladies, they would be out of my league. They wouldn't even give me the time of day. No, the mother is
This guy's hurting me. I can't.
Man.
Yo,
Yo, look at him. Look at him.
I can't.
He going ham, boy.
Jesus.
Come on,
look
man.
At look at the chick. She's looking like, yo, man.
Little handsy, brother. She ain't even moved her hands. Like, can you kind of like stop holding them?
But you know what though? If you think about it, culturally, these women are very reserved.
Conservative, yeah, reserved.
Conservative, yeah. This is like
they
really unorthodox for them.
And
They're
I
very
think he's forgetting that he's bringing his American personality and exuberance into a room full of
Yeah.
conservative ass women. Like, yo, our men don't do this, bro.
Yeah,
Calm down.
and I got a family name.
Yeah,
You know, you're not gonna make me look bad out here.
Right.
Yeah, that's what she's looking at him like. What the hell is
Can
this?
you imagine
think
these women thinking I got to take this dude home to meet my family, and he's acting like this now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's the type that would do it in private with him.
But no, traditionally, you got to go meet the family, bro. You can't avoid that shit. She still needs to introduce him to the family. And if he's geeked up like this, she's like, there's no way my family's going to agree to this motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, man. She's like, yo, it's not happening, man.
Like,
these are the cats that's attending these joints.
Yeah,
so imagine
why
you're a
you
regular cat.
What the?
No matter how bleak you think it is, when you get here, things change a lot.
You a bad boy.
He need all the help he can get.
Yeah, he's a bad boy now. Why are you sitting like that? Sit the fuck up.
I can't believe this country really believes kiss is sex. Even though Grace and I were in communication, she still did not have the right conception about me.
Hold on.
Jeez, this dude is off the chain.
Oh my god, he thinks he knows it all. If you knew it all, you wouldn't be in that fucking situation right now, having to pay somebody to find you a fucking woman.
Man,
she thought he's just here to have a fun time and he's going to be a gigolo, and that's what she thought.
Dude, talk about being in my space.
You have to tell her, no,
yo, he got his hand all over her thigh.
People still need each other, but we can't communicate that. But you're able to communicate that to her Chinese.
Yes.
And that's what saved it, right?
You have the
This is all skipping all over.
understanding at the first day or the second day. Yeah, she just knows you in a very short time, and she has the language barrier with you. But I know you for.
He's got her hand on his inner thigh. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What you want her to do? Rub you down or what the fuck?
It's a funny thing. You know more about me in 1 week, so you understood my personality and handling the men on our side, and then you also know the women on your side.
Yes.
So she knows their bios, how they feel. And
hey, fellas, I gotta bang out of here, man. This track is starting to get busy, man. I'll catch you on the next one, man.
All right, brother.
Later, bro.
Thanks for coming up.
No doubt. Appreciate y'all having me.
Be safe out there on the oil field, bro.
Yeah, 100, man. Appreciate it.
And then she gets an idea. So, so I give you a thumbs up for that, and somehow, I got a date, and so, so let it goes. I'll keep you updated and see how it is. All right, see you back then.
Well, he got himself a date. Congratulations to him. Anyways.
Did he actually close the deal on anybody who Jason you watched?
So what happened was he got one, and as soon as he got back home to America, she broke up with him.
Thank you.
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Exactly.
Wow.
She appeased him just to get him out of her face.
Yep.
There's no way, man. Chinese women are very reserved. They expect their men to be reserved, but at the same time, nah, bro. No.
Well, I guess, boys, we can go ahead and close it up, man.
Sounds good.
Thank y'all for joining the show, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Salute.
I'm gonna leave you guys in the background while I go ahead and close this up. Make sure you guys go ahead and get those likes up, man. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, man. Pass my channel around, man. Subscribe to the channel, it's The Andrew Show. We're gonna be rocking it. We're gonna keep giving you guys good entertainment. Shout out to Ron. You guys go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to Fearless. Subscribe to whoever was up here too. Even freaking Peso, man. Shit, he even came up here and dropped some gems. Anyways, man, I'm out of here. Thank you all.
The Andrew Show.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.